rebound. It's loose on the deck. Johnson picks it up, shovels it right through the hands of Harper. They're going to call a foul before against the Knicks. So they're going to...
Our guys there catching a break. When Keldon actually penetrated, Luke's defender came up to help out. Actually had a little dish, little pocket pass to Luke Cornett underneath.
I don't think they called a foul. I think they called a kick ball. They'll reset the shot clock to 14. Spurs will inbound. Champagnie right side. Closed out by Brunson, and Anunoby sneaks in to take it away.
It was a good ball fake, but the move was to pull it through to your right.
Anunoby the miss inside, and the Spurs get the rebound. Mitchell Robinson into the game for the first time. There's Fox spinning in the paint, dumps it off underneath, and right by Johnson out of bounds.
Right idea. There's a little too much sauce on that pass. Too hot.
Third turnover against the Spurs. 3:40 to go first quarter. Spurs up 7, 15-8. That is not a misprint. It has been hard to score. Alvarado, guarded by Fox, screen Robinson. Alvarado trips, gets back up, kicks it out. Brunson, 7 to shoot, guarded by Harper. Brunson slides into the paint, floats it up left hand, no good. Rebound tracked down by Champagnie. Everything's so difficult for the Knicks at this end.
And you see after Julian comes down with that rebound, you see how deliberate he is with that cross-court pass?
Johnson open three. Yes, sir. Keldon Johnson drains the right corner three. The Spurs once again lead by 10. 18-8. Brunson downhill to the baseline, tiptoeing out to the right wing. Brunson kicks it back in the paint, kick out Alvarado. Back to Brunson, 10 to shoot right side. Around Anunoby, the left wing, guarded by Johnson. Down to 6, down to 5. Anunoby step back, left wing three is up, no good. Rebound Robinson, kick out. Alvarado to fresh 14. Brunson now with 9, guarded here by Johnson. Brunson left hand, waist high dribble. Brunson trying to sneak through in his pocket, picked by Champagnie. Spurs secure the loose one. Champagnie open, right corner three on the way, no good. Shamet brings down the rebound.
Right idea, I don't mind that one.
Brunson again with another chance. Guarded by Harper. Brunson, step back, baseline jumper from the right side is good.
Wow, outstanding defense there from Dylan Harper. Better offense from Jalen Brunson.
His second made field goal, he's got 5. 18-10.
Can't ask for a better contest. Dylan Harper does a great job moving his feet.
We come up on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dylan Harper picks up the dribble over to De'Aaron Fox, left side again. Champagnie open, left corner three on the way. In and out. He's had 2 great looks here. Alvarado brings down the rebound. Alvarado left side. Alvarado stutter step, floats it up with the right hand. Too strong. Robinson offensive rebound. Muscles it back up. No, but a foul on Luke Cornett will send Mitchell Robinson to the free throw line after this timeout.
That's a good foul. The only thing I ask is don't even allow Mitchell Robinson to get the ball up.
And don't allow him to dunk it at all, especially on lobs. We're taking to the SWBC timeout. Minute 40 to go first quarter. Spurs on top by 8, 18-10. Spurs Radio. Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. First quarter, Spurs on top, 18-10. Early look at the Bet365 stats. Spurs 7 of 18 from the field, 2 of 9 from downtown. They've turned it over 3 times. And of their 18 points, 10 have come in the paint. They have 6 second chance points. The Knicks, 3 of 20 in this game, 15%, 2 of 7 from downtown. Spurs have out-rebounded them 13-9. Leading scorers in this game, Dylan Harper, 7 off the bench, 6 for Victor Wembanyama, 5 apiece for OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson, the only 2 scores of the games for the Knicks. Sean, I was wondering when these two teams were going to pay homage to 1999. Well, they've waited to the first quarter of game number 5 to do it, giving us an 18-10 first quarter right now.
Yeah, a little bit more pace than 1999, that's for sure. A little bit slow and plodding, throwing the ball into David and Timmy all the time. Really judicious with our three-point shooting. But we got the job done, and I'm hoping that our guys can do the same.
You know, Sean, the Spurs are playing with a level of defensive intensity as if their life depends on it, and it does.
Yeah.
The question is, can they continue to expend this amount of energy on the defensive end for 48 minutes?
I don't think there's any question. They've done it the entire series, Dan, but you've got to do it in a smarter fashion, and that's what they're doing tonight. Like I said earlier, on the rotations, when they don't go out to Hart, you treat them cold. You make somebody else, you make Hart try to make a shot.
Right.
You don't allow somebody else to get a wide open look like we allowed Anunoby here in this building and on the road throughout the playoffs.
Tim Duncan and Coach Pop in the building tonight watching the game as Mitchell Robinson steps to the free throw line. First one, the line drive is off the back heel and no good. Robinson in this finals is 4 of 14 now from the free throw line. We'll get one more try. He is 17 for 57 in the playoffs. Second free throw for Robinson. Also line drive, no good. Wembanyama secures the rebound. Victor's fourth board. Spurs by 8 with the basketball. 95 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. It's 18-10. Aaron Fox with the ball out top. Fox moving to his left. Fox stutter step, crossing up Anunoby. Pull-up jumper in the paint is good.
Wow, what a beautiful low crossover. Kept it away from the Anunoby swipe there. Found himself that nice mid-range jumper.
First 2 points of the game for De'Aaron. Spurs back up by 10, 20-10, 70 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Alvarado out top, hands to Brunson. Champagnie guarding him. Brunson behind his back, 5 to shoot. Brunson pulls up deep, 3, good. Brunson with 8 in the quarter, but again, contested. They're staying home on the rest of the shooters.
Yeah, and they're not fouling.
Fox the other way, kick out Castle. Extra pass, Wembanyama, left wing 3. Off the front of the rim, and the rebound taken by Anunoby. Lakers first attempt from downtown. Here's Brunson, splits through the defense. Got tripped up, went down, no whistle, and a jump ball as Brunson gets tied up. Brunson looks back at Tyler Ford, wondering where the foul call was.
Well, I don't think the officials are going for all the dramatics tonight, all the drama.
Long look by Jalen Brunson at Tyler Ford. And now Brunson will jump this one up here with Stephon Castle.
You know, Dan, the officials, they don't want to have to decide this game. They want the players to decide the game. They're going to allow them to play.
The ball boy will wipe up the floor. And Castle, who's got a clear size advantage on Brunson, will jump it up inside the circle here. And Castle wins the tip off the hands of Wembanyama, back to Steph. Spurs with the ball. They can go 2 for 1 here. Fox attacking baseline, spinning on Shamet down to the left block. Whips it across. Vassell, right wing, sneaks underneath Anunoby, and a foul on the floor before the shot by Devin Vassell. The Knicks had a foul to give. And so the Spurs will take it side out, 14 on the shot clock.
That's a smart foul to take there because you're essentially blowing up the Spurs 2 for 1.
Exactly. And now the Spurs will take 14 seconds likely. Here's Fox, left elbow. Kick out Champagnie. Right wing 3 on the way. Yes, sir! Julian Champagnie drains his first 3 of the game. Spurs by 10. Shot clock is off.
Good job by Julian. Just have some amnesia. Forget about those first 2 misses.
Alvarado right side. Back out here to Brunson. 8 seconds. Brunson spinning on Castle. Left elbow. Brunson in trouble. Back to Alvarado. He's got to put up the deep 3. off the front of the rim, and that is how the first quarter comes to an end. The Spurs hold the Knicks to an opponent low 13 points in this first quarter, and for the Knicks, their fewest points in any quarter in the playoffs in these 2026 postseason play.
Our guys have done a phenomenal job in these first quarters defensively, but they've got to keep that same mindset, Dan. Keep that attention to detail that I saw in that first quarter, where you're rotating out on the right guys. You're making the right guys take shots. You're contesting without fouling. Good attention to detail.
Every game's follow the same script. Spurs double-digit lead at the end of the first quarter. Let's see how it goes on after this. 12 minutes down, 36 to play. Spurs up by 10. Spurs Radio, Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. Start of the second quarter. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Spurs up by 10, 23-13. Look at the Bet365 stats. Spurs shoot 42% from the field in the first quarter, 3 of 11 from downtown, 4 assists, 5 steals, 3 blocks, all for Victor Wembanyama on the Ledger block meter. 7 points for Dylan Harper, 6 for Victor, 5 for Julian Champagnie. Knicks 4 of 22, 3 of 9 from downtown. 13 points for the Knicks is the lowest in the finals since Golden State had 11 in the fourth quarter in Game 3 back in 2022. And for the Spurs, they're the first team in NBA Finals history to lead by double digits in the first quarter in the first 5 games of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can maintain it. That'd be nice.
Spurs are now a plus 57 in the opening quarter of the finals. Carter Bryant's into the game for the first time. There with the Aaron Fox, Julian Champagnie, Stephon Castle, and Victor Wembanyama. And pass across by Castle is secured by Bryant, defended by Anunoby. Shot clock at 8. Right side now is De'Aaron Fox with 6, with 5. Fox double team with 4 seconds left. Fox trying to get past Alvarado, forces up the 3. No good. Rebound ripped down by Karl Anthony Towns.
Held the ball on the perimeter way too long. Took too long to get into our set.
Alvarado in the left corner. Towns now guarded by Castle. Alvarado gets free. Kick out Anunoby. Sneaks underneath Wemby. Kick out back to Towns. Around to McBride. Right corner. Alvarado. 3 block. Victor went out and contested and blocked the little guy Alvarado.
Hey, treat him like he was a juvenile.
Fox out here to Carter Bryant. Bryant, right elbow. Handing it off to Stephon Castle. Castle, left hand, waist high, dribble to Fox into the corner for Champagnie. Catches it, underneath, left corner 3, yes sir!
Bucket!
Anunoby
Good to see y'all.
Drains his second 3.
Well, I assumed he was going to take the ball to the basket there. fooled me on that one. Got his feet set, lets it fly.
Champagny with a pair of threes. Spurs 4-13 from downtown. Spurs lead by Baker's dozens. 26-13. Wemby deflects the pass intended for Alvarado out of bounds. I think also what I love here, Sean, the Spurs trusting their bench a little bit more here early in the game tonight. You know, you are going to need the collective. If you are going to come from 3-1 down, you need everybody to contribute.
Well, we relied on our bench all year long. It's not like we were playing our starters a lot of crazy minutes.
Dylan Harper's back into the game. Luke Cornett's already played 4 minutes in the game. He only played 4 minutes in game 4. Towns whips a pass to Sham. It goes up. Blocked by Wemby again. That's 5 blocks for Victor Wembanyama. And out of bounds off Shannon, and the ball will go back to the Spurs.
Just dominating on this end of the floor. He's everywhere. Stepped up to help Arnold Karl-Anthony Towns, got back for the block.
Castle crossing up Alvarado, tripped up and fouled by Alvarado. As he made his spin move into the paint, Alvarado picks up his first team foul against the Knicks. He said that Victor had a game or two left in him in these finals,
yes,
and 5 blocks. Now remember, Victor already has the NBA postseason record for blocks. He had 12, remember, against Minnesota.
Yeah, so they continue to challenge him. It looked like they wanted to try to get him into foul trouble. Does a great job on the last 2 blocks, going for solid contests without fouling. Just time those blocks perfectly.
Victor has 5 blocks, and the Knicks have 4 buckets.
And you know, and the better thing, Dan, is he's controlling those blocks. Our guys are gaining possession off every one of his blocks.
This is Castle out top, 5 to shoot. Castle in the paint. Castle leads it, blocked from behind by Towns. Wemby saves it. Castle's got to put it up, blocked again, and a shot clock violation. So you got a Towns block and an Anunoby block at that end of the floor, and they combine to force a Spurs turnover.
Just a little over penetration there, getting too deep in the paint where you can stop for that mid-range jumper. Stephon Castle penetrates so deep, he allows Karl-Anthony Towns to step up for the block.
The Knicks with Alvarado, Bridges, Towns, Deuce McBride, and OG Anunoby on the floor. Alvarado, and he's called for an 8-second violation.
Well, we talk about everything Dylan Harper does on the offensive end of the floor, but he's also a beast on the defensive end. Moving his feet, using his hands well.
An 8-second call against Jose Alvarado and the Knicks. 7 turnovers on New York, who have still yet to score here in this second quarter.
And Dan, that's Dylan Harper, 6'5", and one of the speediest players on the floor.
Castle, left wing, back to Victor up top. Puts it to the floor, attacking in the paint. Away by Towns into the hands of Alvarado. 5 turnovers on the Spurs. Alvarado inside. Goes up with the left hand. Kick out now. Around the horn they go. Towns, up fake on Wemby. Towns, left elbow. Picks up the dribble. Looking. Shot clock at 10. Hands to Alvarado. Alvarado left corner. Spinning on Bryant. Lays it up. Right hand. No good. Great defense from Carter Bryant at the rim. Dylan Harper, coast to coast. Takes it strong. Blocked out of bounds, but a foul call beforehand.
And when Carter Bryant gives that ball up to Dylan Harper, you can't run side by side with him in the open court. He's got to run, sprint to the basket, occupy the defense. Either he or Victor, they're both kind of out there running with Dylan Harper, but Dylan's still able to do something with it.
The foul's on OG Anunoby. It's his second, and the second team foul against the Knicks. They'll send Dylan Harper to the free throw line. First free throw for Harper is good. He's 11 to 12 in the finals. He's averaging, Sean, 16 points, 6 rebounds in the finals, shooting 48% in 31 minutes, 13 in the postseason, and a guy who averaged 11 points a game as a rookie in the regular season. The trajectory in the playoffs has been unbelievable.
It's been astounding, right? But again, we talked about he wasn't getting that many minutes. Now Mitch trusting him a lot more, leaving him out there on the floor, giving him more opportunities, calling his number more.
He makes a pair. He's got 9 off the bench. The Spurs bench has outscored the Knicks 12-0 to start the game, 28-13. Largest lead of the game for the Spurs, 15. Alvarado out top. Left wing hands to Towns. Straight away, we'll give it back to Alvarado on the left side. Back up top for Towns. Puts it to the floor. Kicks it to the right corner. Josh Hart back into the game. Shovels back to Towns with 4. Towns backing it in on Castle with 2. With 1. Towns doesn't see it. Now forces up the shot and scores.
Wow. Saw a lot of that the other night. A lot of players that were answered.
First points for Karl-Anthony Towns. don't think he knew the shot clock was expiring, but man, he got it off just in the nick of time. 28-15, 8:47 to go here in quarter number 2. Castle back to Victor. Victor slides underneath Towns. Shovels out to Harper, right wing 3. Too strong. Wembanyama trying to tip it up to himself. No. Carter Bryant tying up Towns out of bounds. It's off Towns. And Carter Bryant fired up with a good hands down on the baseline.
He just never stops. He's got uncontrolled energy. Must be nice.
Jalen Brunson back into the game. Alvarado has the seat. By the way, that Towns bucket, the first points of the second quarter for the Knicks. 28-15, Spurs by
a lot of
3.
defense going on. Can't trust the lead, though. Can't trust the lead. Don't trust the lead.
Spurs
Let's get a bucket.
Their best defensive display for when they've needed it the most. Castle lobs the inbound into Wemby. Victor holding 10 on the shot clock. Right wing, launch the 3. Wee-wee! Victor Wembanyama hits the
bucket.
The Spurs by 16. Josh Hart back into the front court. Bounce pass to Towns and a foul on Victor. And that's that over-aggressiveness you were talking about, Sean. Towns isn't going to burn you from 30 feet away from the rim.
Right, you contest, if he gets the basketball, then you back up and you space him.
And the Spurs are going to challenge this call.
Okay. I think you're saying he was hooked again. Much like we saw
in New York.
Yeah, in New York in game 4 early.
That was that early call. It gave Towns his second. This would give Towns his second. Victor's got 2 right now. Here comes Scott Foster to let us know the Spurs are going to challenge this call.
Timeout's been called to challenge ruling on the floor.
The Spurs have challenged the call. We'll take a timeout. I'll give you the verdict on the other side. 8:19 to go, second quarter. Spurs on top, 31-15 as we take it to the SWBC timeout. Spurs Radio. Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. $8:19 to go, 31-15, Spurs by 16. During the timeout, Scott Foster told us that, yes, Sean, Karl Anthony Towns clamped the arm of Victor Wembanyama. Second time he's been caught with that in successive games. So it's an offensive foul on Towns, his second, a turnover, and the ball will go back to the Spurs.
I mean, 2 gutsy challenges there. Big John behind the bench doing a wonderful job.
And he is now 14-5 in challenges in the postseason.
Pretty good.
That's a pretty good clip right there when it comes to challenging. The Spurs by 16. The Knicks have scored 2 points. 2 points in this second quarter. We've played almost 4 minutes. Victor Wembanyama is the 6th player in the play-by-play arrow with 5 blocks and a half in a finals game. That ties the record for most blocks and a half. And Victor has as many blocks as the Knicks have field goals in this first half.
That's crazy to think about.
Right?
Yeah.
In the way this game is played with so many possessions, and a special half for Victor and a special half for the Spurs defense. Castle, Devin Vassell back on the floor. So is Luke Cornett with Carter Bryant and Dylan Harper out there. Spurs ball. Harper bouncing off Deuce McBride. Down to the right baseline of the block. Harper will kick it back out to Bryant. 11 to shoot. Bryant into the paint and it knocked away by Jalen Brunson. Ends up in the hands of McBride. 6th turnover on the Spurs. Bride gives it to the trailer. Towns, left wing Brunson. Brunson, right hand waist high dribble. Harper all over him, switched on to Cornett. Right side around Bridges into the corner. McBride with 8 to shoot. McBride tiptoeing the baseline. They'll bring it back out up top. McBride finds the seam, spots Bridges. Left corner 3 is up, is good.
Yeah, unfortunately, Luke Cornett had to step in and stop McBride from getting a layup. McBride with a nice extra pass out to the corner to Bridges for a wide open 3.
Castle at the other end, fighting through the defense, forcing it up. No, rebound tipped out by Cornett. Vassell open ups the 3, no good. And the rebound for Towns. So the Knicks had a field goal and a stop here. Now with the ball down by 13. Towns up top. Towns sliding past Castle, puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Steph, knocked out of bounds by Josh Hart. And it'll be Spurs ball, says Scott Foster. Knicks are not going to challenge. Castle will quickly inbound here to Dylan Harper. 31-18, D. Harp racing up the left side into the body of Towns. Kick out back to Castle. Straight away 3. No good. Rebound Towns. Spurs 5-17 from behind the line. Towns with 8 boards already. Deuce McBride to the other end. Watched by Carter Bryant to Towns. Left wing Brunson. Puts it to the floor. Gets past Cornett. Lays it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound taken by Carter Bryant. Ahead quickly on the left wing. Here's Dylan Harper between his legs. Harper, left side, right hand dribble. Harper, left elbow jumper over McBride is good. D. Harp is the first player in this game in double figs. He's got 11 first half points.
That's the shot I want all our guys to take, Dan. Instead of over-penetrating, bringing the ball into the shot blocker, stop and pop from mid-range.
He's got that left elbow jumper down pat. 33-18. Bridges in the paint. Kick out back to Hart. Straightaway 3 on the way. Good. His first 3 in this building. 33-21. First points of the game for Josh Hart. 6:12 to go here in the first half. Spurs by a dozen. Cornett up top. Put it to the floor. Looking as Harper was going back door and Cornett threw the ball away from him.
Yeah. Those tricky one-handed passes. You can't get them back.
7 turnovers on the Spurs. 9 turnovers on the Knicks. Towns is out. Mitchell Robinson's back into the game. And the Knicks fans haven't had much to cheer about here in this first half. Rise to their feet here halfway through the second. Brunson racing up the left side. Keldon Johnson back in the game guarding Brunson. Brunson between his legs. Brunson will pull it out on Keldon. Brunson takes it baseline, pulls up left block shot, no good. Rebound tipped up off the hands of Cornett out of bounds. It'll stay Knicks ball.
Yeah. Well, Mitchell Robinson is a problem on the offensive glass. Luke Cornett trying to box him out and come out with the rebound at the same time. This over tips it.
And Victor right back in the game. So you're going to get these short little bursts here from Luke Cornett to give Victor as much rest as you can. Robinson, left side. Victor able to sag off him. Into the hands of Bridges. 7 to shoot. Bridges crossing up Harper. Kick out to Hart. Hart right wing with 2 to shoot. Guarded by Fox. Pull up 3. No good. Rebound tipped up. Tipped out to Brunson. Left wing 3. Good. Offensive rebounds and second chance points. Brunson's got 11.
That's a tough one, though. It's a long rebound off the front iron.
Wembanyama free throw line jumper off the front of the rim. Knicks on a 9-2 run, back to within 9, 33-24. Brunson out top, into the hands, right side of McBride. We'll get it back from Robinson, his 3, way off the mark. Keldon Johnson with a rebound. Deuce McBride's not been in rhythm in most of this finals. Vassell misses the layup. But the Spurs are going to get a bailout foul here underneath.
It's hard to take off so far away from the basket there without using the glass. You got to put the right amount of touch on it.
They're calling a goaltending.
Oh, is that what they're calling?
That's what they're calling. Yeah, they're going to call basket interference. Yeah, going to say Robinson was in the cylinder when he tipped that out.
That's a lucky break. The ball is, yes, it's technically in the cylinder, but the ball is coming out.
So the points to Devin Vassell, his first points of the game. It is the Spurs double-digit lead once again, 35-24. Brunson, left elbow jumper over Fox is good. And Brunson's got 13 here in the first half. 35-26, 9-point game. Keldon Johnson, be patient here. Back out to the Aaron Fox up top. Whips it over to Wemby. Straightaway three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Robinson. Outlet on the left wing to Hart. Josh Hart brings it back on the front court. Hands to Brunson. Brunson left side. Guarded by Devin Vassell. 4:19 to go first half. Brunson spins away from Devin. Guarded by Keldon. Brunson on the baseline. Cut off. Back out here to Bridges. Back to Brunson with 5. Brunson left corner. Brunson pull up jumper. Good. That's a 2 for Brunson. He's got
big
16
bucket, Brunson.
No, right now he's got it going on.
He carrying him.
The only thing
carrying him.
is deny him the basketball. Don't allow him to get it back.
7-point game, 35-28. Wembanyama into the paint, goes up against Robinson, no good. Victor gets his own rebound, tips it up to himself, brings it back out. We'll get another possession. Calling for the isolation here on Robinson. Victor between his legs, crossing up Robinson, tried to shovel it off, knocked away, has it back with 3, with 2 to Fox, left wing 3, yes sir! Huge shot by Aaron Fox.
Absolutely, we had nothing going on that offensive possession. There's Aaron Fox to the rescue.
38-28. Fox now with 5. Spurs by 10. 3:20 to go until halftime. Brunson. Fox went for the steal. Brunson gets loose here in the paint. Lost it on the way up, but a foul called against the Spurs. It's on Victor Wembanyama. It'll be his second.
That's a tough gamble there out at half court to try to go for the steal against Brunson. Allows him to get inside of you and then force Victor to step up.
So Jalen Brunson will go to the free throw line. We've only had 8 combined free throws in this game. Brunson's got 15 of the 28 Knicks points. He's 6 for 11. The rest of the team 4 of 26. Brunson misses the first free throw. Julian Champagny, Stephon Castle come back into the game here for the Spurs. Karl Anthony Towns back into the game for Mitchell Robinson. Starters on the floor for both sides to close out this first half. 38-28, Spurs by 10. Another free throw for Brunson on the way, and that one rolls in. And Brunson's got 16 here in this first half. 38-29. Aaron Fox splits through Brunson, whips into the right corner. Castle open 3, no good. And the weak side rebound taken by OG Anunoby. Quickly ahead on the right side for Brunson. Brunson guarded by Vassell, back to Mikal Bridges. Hands it back to Brunson, 14 to shoot. Brunson switched on to Wemby. Here's the double now showing. Now Wemby leaves Devin to hold Brunson. Up top, Bridges, straightaway 3, good. Bridges' second 3. Remember, he had a big game 2 in this building with 20 points.
Yeah, and that's because we're paying so much attention to Jalen Brunson there. He makes that extra pass out to Mikal Bridges.
Castle fouled on the way up. He'll get 2 free throws. That'll take us to the timeout. 2:34 to go until halftime. We take into this SWBC break. Karl Anthony Towns just picked up his 3rd. Spurs on top by 6, 38-32. Spurs Radio, Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. When the Spurs win, you win with the official playoff win giveaway. Thanks to our friends at Taco Palenque. Get a free Taco Palenque breakfast taco after every Spurs playoff home or away game win. Choose from potato and egg or bean and cheese. It's available from 6 to 9 a.m. at Taco Palenque locations in San Antonio, Austin, Laredo, El Paso, Eagle Pass, Corpus Christi, and throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Use the code SPURSWIN. The Taco Palenque app or in-store. Limit 1 per guest per day. No purchase or game ticket necessary. The Knicks outscoring the Spurs here in the second, 19-15. It's a 38-32 lead for the Spurs. And the Knicks, this is actually an improvement shooting-wise, up to 28%. And they've knocked down 7 threes in the game now here. Spurs 35% for the game, 6 of 20 from downtown. Brunson's had 8 points in each of the first 2 quarters. He's got 16 for the game. Sean, the Knicks are a little bit more patient in their offense, letting the Spurs commit to the help and then spraying it out to the open shooters.
You know, it's crazy to say, but they're doing a better job moving the basketball and sharing it. And like you said, showing a lot of patience. If it hadn't been for Victor's 5 blocks, they might have the lead right now. Our guys, the ball's stopping a little bit too much for my liking. I like to see our guys get back to the way they moved the ball in the first quarter of Game 4.
Each team with 5 assists in the game. Spurs been led by 11 points from Dylan Harper off the bench in 14 minutes. Victor Wembanyama, the 6th player in finals history to have 5 blocks and a half, which ties a record. And Steph Castle going to the free throw line. He has not scored in this game. He's 0 of 6. Castle, 82% of the line in these playoffs. And in the finals, he's 17 for 20. First free throw is good. He's got his first point. Castle does have a rebound and an assist and a steal in this game. All 5 starters have now scored. The Knicks bench, Sean, still has not scored in this game. It's 14-0 edge for the Spurs bench. Second free throw for Castle is up and good. Spurs back up by 8, 40-32. See if they can close the half strong. 2:34 remaining until halftime.
Yeah, they didn't do that the other night. They were 0 of 3 with the ball at the end of quarters.
Bridges will pull up, left wing 3. Off the mark. Rushed that shot, wasn't in rhythm. Cornette is back on the floor, giving Victor a breather here once again out of that timeout. Castle, guarded by Brunson, takes it to the baseline, puts it up, no. Castle forcing it up again, no. And Brunson brings down the rebound. Castle really trying to force the issue down low, trying to get to his spots.
Over-penetrating just a bit.
Brunson out to Hart, right wing Bridges, pull up 3 on the way, in and out. Dodge a bullet there. Champagny brings down the rebound. Hands it off to Fox. Fox stutter step, kicks it over to Champagny, back to De'Aaron. De'Aaron up top, moves to the right-hand dribble. Crossing up his man, Anunoby. Step back, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound tipped up, Anunoby's got it. Quickly ahead to Brunson, Knicks with numbers. Brunson pull up left wing 3, in and out. Modern NBA day fast break, Sean.
I'm telling you.
You got a 3-on-2 and you pull up for 3.
No.
Castle.
Don't get me started.
Between his legs. I don't know if we have the bandwidth on radio for that. Pass intended for Cornette, tipped away. 8th turnover against the Spurs. Hart will take it coast to coast, gets pushed by Fox, lays it in, count the basket and the foul. The Knicks also want this to be reviewed to see if it was an unnecessary shove by De'Aaron Fox. And they are going to take a look at it.
And it was.
The basket is good for Josh Hart.
Definitely unnecessary.
This foul meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Well, looking at it initially on the Jumbotron, doesn't look that bad. I don't know if I...
you know, he put his elbow right in his back and pushed
There's
him.
a little bit of a shove.
There is a shove. There is intent and follow through.
Foul, though. That's a hard
No,
foul.
not that. He's not going for the basketball, like, at all. 0. You can't do that. No, he's going to get a flagrant 1 for that one.
Our crew down on the floor taking a look to see if this meets the criteria for a potential flagrant foul. As the Knicks have pulled back to within 6 of the bucket for Hart, his 5th. Or his 4th and 5th points, we should say.
Oh, that's really good concentration there from Josh Hart. That's a difficult shot to make. All of a sudden, your momentum is sped up by the push, and you've got to put the right amount of touch on that shot to kiss it off the glass. Not an easy shot.
Obviously, it's a big call to in terms of momentum shifting here at the end of the half. As if it's a...
But you know, Dan, that's what happened in Game 4. We were in control the whole first half, but the last 3 minutes of that second quarter, the Knicks started to make their push, and they gained some confidence going in the locker room. They came out and they carried that confidence well into the second half.
All right, here's Scott Foster with a call.
After review, it's been determined that the foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1 for 2 hands shoved to the back while the driver was with speed with potential for injury. The ball went in. Therefore, this is 2 to make 1 for Josh Hart, and they will retain possession of the ball.
So that's the issue here in terms of momentum shifters, because you get 2 shots to make 1 to make it a 3-point play, and plus you'll get the basketball as well, too.
And there was a good explanation there by Scott Foster, the fact that we didn't see a huge extension of the arms, but potential for injury, and that came into play there and causes the upgrade.
So again, Josh Hart has 2 free throws to make 1 because he made the bucket. Knicks will also get it side out as well, too. Hart of the line in the finals is 2 for 4. And his free throw is good. So it is 40-35, and the Knicks, who were, again, down 16 in this game, have clawed their way back to make it a 5-point game. 78 seconds left to go until halftime. Inbounded by Hart into the hands of Brunson out top. Guarded now by Dylan Harper. Brunson, bounce pass, Robinson, free throw line out to Bridges, left wing. Sidestep, Champagnie floats it up and in. Mikal Bridges with 8 here, all in this second quarter.
5-point possession for the Knicks.
And it's a 1-possession game with a minute remaining, 40-37. Fox gives it off to Devin Vassell, right side, handing it to Dylan Harper. Harper spinning, Harper fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, Champagnie secures it, he gets pushed and fouled by Josh Hart. The first foul in the last 2 minutes against the Knicks, so the Spurs will have it side out with 14 on the shot clock. Hart picks up his first.
Huge break there.
Evan Vassell will inbound. Vassell will trigger it here over to Darren Fox. Guarded by Anunoby, screen up top from Cornette. Fox now switched on to Robinson. Anunoby gets back. Down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. Fox, step back, 3-pointer on the way, off the back heel. A lot of that offense in game number 4.
Spacing wasn't very good there.
Entry pass.
What's up, Ray?
Guarded by Fox. Anunoby spins, kick out Bridges, right wing, around up top to Hart. Puts it to the floor, Hart in the paint, pulls up over Harper, left it short, Robinson tips it up into the hands of De'Aaron. 14 seconds, Spurs can hold for the last shot. And let's ensure we get to the locker room with a lead here.
See if we can get something going to the basket here.
5 seconds left, Fox splits the defense, out to Vassell, left side with 2, with 1. Devin's got to put it up, puts it up, puts it in! Beats the buzzer! Basket is good!
Big
Spurs go
bucket.
to the locker room up 5.
They needed that because they lost their
Didn't
lead.
settle for
You
a
can't
setback
trust the
over there.
lead with the Spurs.
Playing to his
Or any
strength
team
in
for that
the
matter.
mid-range game all season.
So Devin Vassell ends the half on a positive note from the Spurs' perspective. A left elbow jumper moving to his side through Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. And the Spurs lead it to the break, 42-37. Coming up at the half, Carl Schoening's got your halftime report. Take a look at first half scoring summary, stats, highlights, and analysis. News and notes across the association as silly season, free agency, trade deadline, all starting to get into gear. Not trade deadline, but trade talk, we should say. Carl's going to take a look at that and more. It's all coming up at the half. Spurs lead it by 5, 42-37. 24 minutes down, 24 to play. This is Spurs Radio.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Potoi background. Good first half. A lot more physical, but in a good way. Stephon Castle. Make some shots, bro. De'Aaron Fox. Please step up. Y'all get some grub, have a beverage, have a smoke. Do it all responsibly. See you in about 15 minutes. Potoi, good to see y'all.
Dylan Harper, left side, lobs it into Wembanyama. Left elbow extended. Victor, jab step. Into the double, kick out Harper. Straightaway three on the way. Yes, sir. Dylan Harper drains the first three of the ball game for the Spurs.
Dylan Harper with 3 of his big 11 points for the Spurs in the first half. Halftime in San Antonio of Game 5 of the NBA Finals, where the Spurs lead the Knicks 42-37. From the Spurs Net Center, I'm Carl Schoening. Happy y'all stuck with us for the halftime show as I get you your first half stats and information. And we start off right there with the man Dylan Harper. In 15 minutes, he leads the Spurs in scoring with 11 points. He does it on 4-6 shooting from the field. That three-pointer we told you was his only 3 make on 2 attempts. And Harper made both of his free throw attempts when he got to the line in the first half. Dylan also with 1 assist and no turnovers in his 15 minutes of action to go along with his 11 points. Harper the only Spur in double-figure scoring, as it was a rock fight here in San Antonio in the first half. We check out the numbers for the starting lineup, and behind Harper, soon to be in double digits in the second half, Victor Wembanyama has 9 points in 17 minutes. Wemby does it on 3 of 10 shooting from the field and 1 of 3 shooting from behind the three-point line. Victor made both of his free throws, grabbed 9 rebounds, had 2 assists, and 5 blocks in the first half for Victor Wembanyama. 8 points for Julian Champagnie in 15 minutes, 3 of 5 from the field and 2 of 4 from deep, in 5 rebounds and a steal as well for Julian Champagnie, his 8 points in 15 minutes. 5 points for De'Aaron Fox, 2 of 8 from the field was Fox, and he also had an assist with 2 steals for Swipa to go along with his 5 points in 17 minutes. Devin Vassell with 4 points in 18 minutes, 2 of 4 from the field, including a end-of-the-half buzzer beater that helped the Spurs get a little momentum heading into the locker room. 4 rebounds and a steal as well to go along with the 4 points for Devin Vassell in 18 minutes. And Steph Castle has 2 points in 16 minutes, yet to make a field goal. Both of Castle's points come from the free throw line, where he is 2 for 2. A rebound and an assist as well as a steal for Stephon Castle. 3 points for Keldon Johnson to round out the scoring in 9 minutes. KJ does it on 1 of 4 shooting from the field, 1 of 2 from deep. 3 rebounds as well for Keldon Johnson. Totals up to 42 points for the Spurs. 15 of 44 was San Antonio in that first half from the field. That's 34%. The Spurs made 6 of their 21 3-pointers for 29%. And San Antonio knocked down all 6 of their free throws when they got to the free throw line. The Spurs have only 5 assists on those 15 made field goals. For the New York Knicks, a game-high 16 points from Jalen Brunson, who had his best half of the finals so far. 16 points for Brunson in 21 minutes. On 50% shooting from the field, he was 6 of 12 overall, and he knocked down 3 of his 4 three-pointers. 1 of 2 from the free throw line was Brunson. He also grabbed 2 rebounds, had an assist, has 2 turnovers, and a steal for Jalen Brunson, as he has 16 points to lead all scorers for the New York Knicks. He's the only Knick in double-figure scoring. Mikal Bridges having his best half of the finals as well, as he has 8 points in 18 minutes. 3 of 7 from the field was Bridges. He knocked down 2 of his 5 three-point shots, had 2 assists to go along with his 8 points in the first half. 6 points for Josh Hart in 17 minutes. 2 of 7 from the field and 1 of 3 from behind the three-point line was Hart. He knocked down an and-one free throw that was later ruled a flagrant foul. 3 rebounds and a turnover for Josh Hart, as he had a big and-one to help the Knicks in their run to get back into the game. 5 points for OG Anunoby. 16 minutes. Anunoby does it in 1 of 5 shooting from the field and 1 of 2 from behind the three-point line. Made both of the free throws he attempted. Grabbed 4 rebounds and had 2 steals and a block, as well as Anunoby racks up the stocks in the first half. 2 points for Karl Anthony Towns in 15 minutes. 1 of 5 from the field and 0 for 1 from deep for Towns. Has yet to go to the free throw line, but he does grab 8 rebounds. 4 turnovers for Karl Anthony Towns in that first half. An assist and 2 steals with a block for Karl Anthony Towns. And no bench scores scored for the New York Knicks. Totals up to 37 points for New York. 13 of 44 from the field was New York. However, the three-point line was their saving grace, as the Knicks made 7 of 19 from behind the three-point line for 37% shooting. 4 of 7 from the free throw line. A poor shooting half from the free throw line for the New York Knicks. Some other numbers here for the Spurs, as 6 points in the paint for the Knicks versus 18 points in the paint for the Spurs. The largest lead for the Knicks was 1. The Spurs once led by as many as 16 in that first half. In terms of second chance opportunities, the Knicks have 6 offensive rebounds that only turned into 3 points, so the Spurs not doing a great job necessarily keeping the Knicks off of the glass, but doing a good job limiting second chance opportunities. And 8 rebounds on the offensive side of the glass for the Spurs have turned into 9 second chance points for San Antonio. Both teams coughing up the ball a fair amount in the first 24 minutes. 9 Knicks turnovers have become 10 points for the Spurs, while the Spurs turned the ball over 8 times, and 11 points were gained out of that on the conversion for the Knicks. In transition, the Spurs got out and scored for 8 points, and the Knicks scored 5 fast break points. In that first half, the Spurs outscored the Knicks 23-13 in the first quarter, and the Knicks outscored the Spurs 24-19 in the second quarter. There were 4 lead changes and 2 ties in that first half. Once again, the Spurs lead the Knicks 42-37 at the half here in San Antonio, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. When we come back, I'll give you an update on the America Cup U18 down in Lyon as that tournament wrapped up. And north of the border came away with the victory. That's a little spoiler. We'll tell you about that and a little bit more when we come back. Spurs Radio continues in a moment.
He lines up the shot from way downtown.
Don't let low credit make reaching your financial goals feel like a long shot. Self has the tools to help you get the credit you deserve.
He shoots. He scores.
Spur your credit forward with Self, the official credit building app of the San Antonio Spurs.
At Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel, Texas's premier entertainment destination, we love winners. With millions of dollars in jackpots paid, vehicles, cash, and gift giveaways monthly, the excitement never ends. Visit Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel in Eagle Pass, Texas, and find current promotions at LuckyEagleTexas.com or on social at Lucky Eagle Texas.
This summer, feel the game. Find your rhythm. Spurs Sports Academy. Boys and girls, ages 6 to 18, all skill levels, all heart, in San Antonio and Austin. Players are built here. Gain confidence every time the ball leaves your hand. With Spurs gear on your back, become more than you were yesterday, on and off the court. Register now. Spurs.com/camps.
Experience award-winning sales and service satisfaction at North Park Chevrolet Castroville. Now for 6 consecutive years, a Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient. Or visit San Antonio's fastest growing Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership, North Park CDJR in Castroville. Get no hassle posted pricing and a 72-hour return policy on every new and used vehicle in stock. Experience the North Park way at every North Park dealership location serving San Antonio and Castroville.
In the playoffs, every move matters. That's why the San Antonio Spurs trust UT Health San Antonio, their official sports medicine partner, to keep them in the game. It's the same level of care available to you. From sports injuries to joint replacement, our nationally recognized physicians combine experience with research-driven care to help you get back to what matters most. Get the care trusted by the Spurs. Find a UT Health San Antonio physician at everythingittakes.org.
We know from the past that defense wins championships. Ledger gets that most. It is a pioneer in crypto security, helping you keep crypto safe for you and your business in Texas and around the world. Ledger helps you lock in full control of your digital assets and identity. Ledger, official jersey patch partner of your San Antonio Spurs. Learn how you can secure and manage your crypto and enter our draw to win an official Spurs jersey at ledger.com/Spurs. And go Spurs go!
He wants to shoot from way downtown. I don't know about this one.
Does reaching your financial goals feel like a long shot? With Self, it doesn't have to. Get the tools you need today to help build the credit you deserve.
He shoots, he scores!
Spur your credit forward with Self, the official credit building app of the San Antonio Spurs.
5 seconds left. Fox splits the defense. Out to Vassell. Left side with 2, with 1. Devin's got to put it up. Puts it up. Puts it in! Beats the buzzer! Basket is good! Spurs go to the locker room up 5.
Devin Vassell with the buzzer beater put the Spurs ahead 42-37 at the half of Game 5 of the NBA Finals in San Antonio. From the Spurs Net Center, I'm Carl Schoening. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Spurs Radio Network.
News Radio 1200 WOAI, San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
The U18 AmeriCup final was won by Canada over USA 67-65 on Sunday. Congratulations to all the young men competing in the future of the game here on the Western Hemisphere. It was certainly a fun tournament to keep up with. Spurs and Knicks, second half coming up for Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Spurs lead at 42-37. When we come back, Dan Weiss and Sean Elliott will have your call the second half action here on the Spurs Radio Network. This is Spurs Radio.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top-shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
Looking for an opportunity to grow in the insurance industry? AHIA is recruiting motivated health insurance agents who want to build a successful career helping families find the coverage they need. Whether you're already licensed or looking to get started, our team provides the support, training, and tools to help you succeed.
Interested in joining their team or learning more about your coverage options? Call 210-210-AHIA. That's 210-210-AHIA or visit ahiabenefits.com today.
Most of the jewelry sold in the U.S. is made in India or China. At America's Diamond, we design and create our jewelry right here in San Antonio, and the difference in quality is amazing. Most jewelers stock a couple of diamonds over 1 carat and a handful of diamond engagement rings. At America's Diamond, we stock more than 800 diamonds over 1 carat and 3,000 diamond engagement ring styles. Quality for quality, we guarantee that the everyday America's Diamond price is lower than any jewelry store's very best sale price, or we'll refund the difference plus 25%. America's Diamond is locally owned, and all 45 of us live here in San Antonio with our families. The America's Diamond Circle of Support charitable program has raised more than $1 million for San Antonio schools, churches, and charities. America's Diamond is the official jeweler of the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics, the San Antonio Spurs, and Mission Baseball. See our television program tonight and every night on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. Call 561-1000.
Cheering the Spurs. You're listening to San Antonio Spurs basketball.
Second half about to begin. Spurs on top, 42-37. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Dan Weiss, Sean Elliott with you. Sean, again, the Spurs, for the first 24 minutes, pretty much controlled this thing wire to wire as they lead by 5 going to the second half.
Although I told you just a few minutes ago, I didn't like the way we finished that half off offensively. Got caught standing around too much, a little bit too much isolation basketball. Not enough assist, not enough ball movements. But it was nice for Devin Vassell to finally get us something at the end of a quarter.
It certainly was. Spurs and Knicks now with each 6 assists. They gave the Spurs another assist during the halftime. So we start the second half. Alongside our on-site engineer, Sam Walters, statistician Walter Stoops, Carl Schoening, and Sean Elliott. I'm Dan Weiss. The high-low from Castle to Victor Wembanyama. Victor is fouled going up, and if it's Karl Anthony Towns, it's his 4th. It is. Towns picks up number 4 in the opening seconds of the second half.
Well, that's a double break for our guys. That ball was in the cylinder. The lob pass was off. The Karl Anthony Towns with a little bit of a shove there while Victor's in the air.
He got that right elbow and right arm extended. The Towns has 4. He's out. Robinson back in. Towns has only played 15 minutes. He's got 2 points in the game. Castle whips it to Fox. Right corner 3 on the way. No good. Wembanyama tips the rebound into the hands of Josh Hart. Spurs by 5. Led this game by as many as 16. Left wing 3, Anunoby off the front of the iron. Wembanyama skies for the rebound. Victor's got 10 rebounds, 9 points, and 5 blocks tonight. Victor now going to the bucket, lobs it out to Castle. Might have gotten away with a push-off. He did not get away with the push-off. Put his arms into the body of Jalen Brunson trying to create some space.
Well, Victor goes off one leg there, doesn't really have a receiver. And that's right in the mid-range spot, Dan, where you can get 2 feet underneath him and go ahead and take that mid-range jumper.
Second foul on Castle, the 9th turnover on the Spurs, 9 to either side. Second possession of the half for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, who had 16 in the first half, whips it to Robinson to the paint, back out to Bridges. Bridges moves to his right, shot clock at 6. Bridges floats it up over Wemby, around and good. And Bridges has got 10. Bridges only had 7 points in game number 4. Only had 4 points in game number 3.
Well, the presence of Mitchell Robinson sliding to the rim forces Victor to stay back.
Champagnie drains the left corner 3 in the face of Mikal Bridges. Champagnie's got 11 here tonight. Spurs by 6, 45-39. Brunson. The hands of Robinson all the way out beyond the arc left side. Will hand it back off to Brunson. Brunson right side into the paint. Stops, pulls up, foul line jumper. Good. Jalen Brunson, 18 points.
Think about Jalen Brunson. Once you're outside the play, he never lets you back in. So
and
clever.
An offensive foul on Julian Champagnie with the illegal screen on Josh Hart. Second foul on Champagnie, 10th turnover on the Spurs. 4-point game, 45-41, 10-16 to go third quarter. Knicks had 2 leads in the opening minutes of this game. The last one was 5-4. Bridges, left side, nearly dribbled off his foot, shuffling it off to Hart out top. Back it comes into the hands of Brunson, 10 to shoot. Right-hand dribble, Brunson pulls up, right wing 3 on the way, way off the mark. And an offensive rebound, Robinson. And an extra possession for the Knicks back into the hands of Brunson. Lobs it over to Anunoby up top, into the paint. Anunoby steps back, free throw line, tried to hand it off, and it was punched away by Devin Vassell. Into the hands of Victor, quickly up to Fox. To Victor, trailing the play, slams it down, and 1. Foul on Mitchell Robinson. It'll be an and 1 coming up for Victor Wembanyama.
And they may go ahead and review this one. Same type of call we saw against De'Aaron Fox in that first hand. A shove to the back as Victor goes to the basket.
And they are going to take a look at it.
Checking to see if this foul meets criteria for a flagrant foul.
To your point that you just said, it should be.
Yeah, exactly. If there's a possibility of injury.
Little push to the back as Victor goes up. Robinson not playing the ball. and Victor in a vulnerable position already off his 2 feet there.
Exactly.
As that's where the push is coming right there as we're taking a look at it on the monitor. Victor leaving his feet as he gets pushed off. Scott Foster and the crew taking a look at it. That was great transition ball from the Spurs after they got the turnover underneath the basket. Good hands from Devin Vassell poking it away.
I say it all year long, Dan, and we used to open up practices with Pop or Larry Brown, and you're running, the wings are running wide, and the bigs run the middle of the floor all the way to the basket, and Victor does a great job there, running the middle of the court. Great hands there on that catch, maybe even a better finish.
After review, it's been determined that the foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Mr. Robinson seems to have pushed Wembanyama in the back unnecessarily while he was airborne and prone to injury. Therefore, the bucket will count. Wembanyama will shoot 2 to make 1, and they will retain possession of the ball.
So the prone to injury is
Yes.
the new criteria we're getting, at least on these fouls, which 20 years ago probably would have been common fouls, and we
Yes,
would move along.
exactly.
But it's a different pace of game. It's a different game altogether. Similar foul from De'Aaron Fox on Josh Hart drawing the flagrant foul, and now Mitchell Robinson with a flagrant foul will send Victor Wembanyama to the free throw line for 2 free throws to make 1. Victor recording his 12th double-double of the postseason. 11 points, 10 rebounds. He's the 6th player with 5 blocks in any half in a finals game. The first to do it since Dwight Howard. And misses the first free throw, but he gets another one. Again, you get 2 to make 1 in this situation when you make the field goal, and the foul is upgraded to a flagrant penalty 1. So no harm done there. And Wemby sinks the free throw. And the good news about that, Sean, is that it doesn't even count against his free throw
just
percentage.
Just going to ask you.
Does it?
Right. Shouldn't.
The Spurs will take it side out after the flagrant penalty, 1 up by 7, 48-41 opening minutes of the second half. Vassell inbounding to Wemby, down the left corner. Guarded by Robinson, handing it off to Castle. Castle's got to get going here. Left side, Castle will take it baseline into the corner. Fox around to Champagnie. Sidesteps Anunoby. Open right wing 3. Yes, sir! JC for 3. He's got 4 of them tonight.
He's made 2 of those difficult 3 balls where he shows the ball to the defense, a little sidestep, drops him off with a big 3.
Spurs back up by 10, 51-41, the last 6 in the game. Brunson back into the paint. Brunson left elbow and getting his hands into the cookie jar with Steph Castle. And the reach-in foul to be his 3rd foul.
It's all about positioning with Jalen Brunson again. If he gets you on his side, he uses his body to keep you out of the play, and you're going to foul him on his shot attempt, or he's going to get a nice little fadeaway on you.
Spurs get a break here. Tyler Ford is calling it a side out. The look of Jalen Brunson on our monitor in front of us says a lot.
I'm surprised too. I won't lie.
Brunson, and the bounce off Castle, right elbow, kicks it into the corner for Hart. Hart, back out top, Anunoby. Anunoby, spotting Bridges, left corner 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Devin Vassell. Bridges had 10 points that first half. Here's Victor Wembanyama spinning in the paint. Victor pulls up, jumper is up and good. 14 for Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs push the lead to a dozen. They've got the last 8.
What do you call that, a power jumper? He gets both feet underneath him, goes straight up.
Kick out again, Bridges, right wing 3. That one's good. They left the shooter Bridges alone. He knocks down his 3rd 3.
Too wide open, too early in the possession.
53-44, 13 for Bridges. He's got 3 threes. Champagnie's got 4. Hates the Spurs here tonight. Wemby will trigger the 3. Off the front of the iron, the rebound taken by Hart. Hart will come the other direction, handing it off to Brunson. 8:13 to go, 3rd quarter. Spurs by 9, 53-44. Brunson trying to back into Champagnie. Pulls up at the foul line. Jumper's good. Brunson with 20. 7-point game. 4 minutes gone in the 3rd. Wembanyama setting the screen for Steph. Castle rolls Whips it over to Vassell, left corner. Sidesteps Anunoby. In the paint. Lobs it up for Victor with a catch underneath and a foul on Anunoby on the floor. That'll be his third. 13 foul against the Knicks. I mean, there truly is no way to defend that play with Victor's positioning when he gets his body sealed down low to the left block.
The only way you can defend that position is you can't release contact with him to start.
Fox and Wemby are out. Dylan Harper and Luke Cornett into the game. Cornett has already played nearly double the amount of minutes that he played in game number 4. Ariel Huckporty is also coming into the game for Mitchell Robinson with Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble. He got a cameo as well in game number 4. There's Dylan Harper all the way to the cup. Switching hands, lays it in for 2.
He just sees a seam and he bursts and explodes to the basket. No hesitation whatsoever.
Spotted the angle to his right. He's got 13. Spurs by 9, 55-46. Bridges out top between his legs. Screen Huckporty. Kick out Anunoby. Lets Vassell fly by. Devin back into the play, and he blocks Anunoby into the front row.
He says, "You're no Julian Champagnie." Seen Julian get away with a few of those. Anunoby trying to pull that same move off, and Devin Vassell does a great job getting back into play for the block.
That's a block that could, I don't know, it's not worth points, Sean, but it could be worth some juju for the
good
Spurs.
Juju. Yes, exactly.
That's 17 blocks in the playoffs for Devin Vassell. Andrew Shaman will check into the game, and Huckporty is already out. Bridges will trigger the inbound. Like I said, a cameo for Huckporty. Get it into Shaman. 6 to shoot. Down to the baseline. Whips it out to Hart left side. Handing to Brunson with 2, with 1. Brunson scoops it up off the glass and in.
Oh, that's a killer. He played pretty solid defense there, and he splits a couple defenders. Beautiful use of the glass there from Jalen Brunson.
22 for Brunson. Harper over to Champagnie. Right corner 3. No good. Off the back of the rim. And the rebound taken by Hart. Will come the other way. Shaman inside the Hart free throw line. Now we'll bring it back out. Hand off Brunson. Straightaway 3 on the way. Too strong. Deep rebound. Vassell had it and secured by Champagnie.
Shaky rebound there. Looked like everybody expected the other player to pick it up.
Harper with a step. Couldn't finish down low. Beautiful crossover move. Just couldn't finish with the right hand. Anunoby at the other end goes up. Scores as he slipped through 2 defenders down low.
There's just talent and power going to the basket.
And the Spurs will call timeout. 7 points for Anunoby. Knicks were down 10 a moment ago. They've closed the deficit to 5. 6:27 to go, third quarter. Spurs lead at 55-50. We take the SWBC timeout. Spurs Radio. Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment.
Thank you for serving our country and communities. See you at the arena.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Playoffs are here. The official gear's on sale now. Get game ready with exclusive Spurs playoff merch. It's available at both fan shop locations, the playoff pop-up, and online. Go to spurs.com/playoffs, locations, the collection. And as always, go Spurs, go. 6:27 remaining, third quarter. Each team 13 points. Spurs 5 from 9 from the field. Knicks 6 for 11. And Sean, it has just been, again, a game where really every possession has seemed to matter here for both these teams.
Yeah, but when I'm watching the Knicks execute on the offensive end of the floor, they're a lot calmer than our guys. They're really deliberate. They're never in a panic mode. Even a couple possessions ago, the shot clock is running down. They get it to Brunson. He gets all the way to the rim and lays it off the glass. We're a little fast, a little quick with our passes. We just need to settle down just a touch.
Saw that in game number 2 when they made their push to get back into the game. Victor Wembanyama is back into the game, and Luke Cornett has played 8 minutes tonight, has probably been 4 extra huge minutes to give Victor the energy he needs to finish this game like himself. Dylan Harper, step back, right elbow jumper is good in the face of Deuce McBride.
Bucket, get some.
He has got that elbow jumper mid-range
He's
shot
got it
down
down,
pat.
and he's not over-penetrating. Dan, he's just taking what the defense gives him. They're giving him that mid-range jumper. He's taking advantage.
57-50, halfway through the quarter. Brunson left side of the hash marks into the hands of McBride to the right corner. Shamet around the horn. Shamet back up top with a Hart with 4 to shoot. Back to Shamet, launching the right wing 3. In and out. Shamet has been completely out of rhythm since game number 2 of this series. Harper in transition, looking for Victor down low. Has it, Victor with a catch. Victor goes up, lays it up and in. Had 3 little guys around him. Victor knew exactly what to do with it.
Outstanding patience there from Dylan Harper, not to settle and take a shot. Waiting for his big guy to get in position.
Brunson at the other end cans the 3. Oh, and he looked like he fell on his ankle. He gets back up, hobbling a little bit. Vassell launching the right wing 3, and he cans it. And a timeout, Mike Brown, who's infuriated, as is Jalen Brunson. There was no foul called in the closeout. Brunson got right in the face of Tyler Ford and had to be taken away by his coaches there.
That should have been a foul on Wembanyama. Should be foul on Wembanyama because you got to give the player room to land. That's a foul. Commercial break.
62-53. This is Spurs Radio.
For over 50 years, they redefined rock.
The Spurs are gonna win. Good to see y'all in the chat. The Spurs are gonna pull this out. Going to game 6. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Potoi in the background. Not really. Back to the ball game.
9:62:53. Sean, pretty significant sequence there. Jalen Brunson comes down, hits the three. Looked like he might have turned his elbow the way he landed, or turned his ankle, beg your pardon. Got back up, got back in the play. Devin Vassell hit a three that prompted the Mike Brown timeout. And then during the timeout, we saw about 3 or 4 Knicks over discussing with Tyler Ford. And it had to be escorted away by Rick Brunson, the assistant coach.
Yeah, well, Jalen Brunson looked like he was seriously injured there. And you and I talking during the break. I mean, if he lands on somebody's foot, there's no question he has a legitimate beef.
And now Brunson, both Brunson, father and son, and Mike Brown in a full-length discussion here with Tyler Ford as the timeout continues here with 5:18 remaining. That being said, Sean, the Spurs have gotten a boost here from the three-point shooting in the third quarter. Some big-time shots from Julian Champagnie, and that last one from Devin Vassell.
Now, in transition, Julian Champagnie's just been lights out the entire ball game, making some smart decisions, smarter decisions with the ball and his shot selection.
The three-point line's even tonight. We've only had 14 combined free throws in the game. Spurs are 7 of 7. The Knicks are 4 of 7. The Knicks bench still has not scored in this game. Spurs are outscoring the Knicks bench 18-0.
What's up, King?
62-53. Jalen Brunson with 25 in the game. Guarded by Dylan Harper. Screen Robinson. Bounce pass kicked out by Victor Wembanyama. France does play on Tuesday, Sean, out at
what's up, Nikki?
Stadium in New Jersey.
More incentive for Victor to get back to New York.
Jalen Brunson will inbound. He'll get it back here from Mikal Bridges. 9-point game. Brunson out top. Crossing up Fox. Bouncing off of the left elbow. Trying to sneak underneath. Trying to lob it out. Bridges, he loses his footing. He goes down. There's 2 seconds left. Dylan Harper's going to tie him up for a jump ball.
Looked like Mikal Bridges. Was he trying to call timeout there or just protecting the ball?
There's only 2 seconds on the shot clock, so
either way, they win the tip here. There's going to be a desperation shot.
It looks like he just kind of landed on his feet wrong, went down, and now to secure Anunoby in this spot here. Bridges is going to try to tip it back. And the tip won by Harper, right to Shaman. He's got to force it up, right wing jumper, no good. And Keldon Johnson just into the game after the timeout, brings down the rebound. 9-point game, Spurs on top, 62-53, 4:40 to play. Harper between his legs, right side out to Victor. Left wing now for De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron, left wing, back out to Harper. He'll pull up, right wing three, got it! Dylan Harper unconscious tonight.
Grown folks basketball right there. I'm telling y'all, that boy, that young man is ready.
Harper 7 in the quarter.
He is ready.
Doesn't. Brunson tied up at the elbow. And a jump ball. Dylan Harper, yeah, you can flex those muscles.
I would if I was having the series that he's having. An excellent decision again. Last time down the floor, you got Victor rolling to the basket. It's a good cross-court pass. Dylan Harper steps up, hits that big 3 ball, then comes back down the floor to tie up Jalen Brunson.
Yep. Brunson's called Big Body Brunson. They might have to call Harper Big Body Harper sooner rather than later.
Well, he's got a bigger body. He's bigger than Jalen Brunson for sure.
And the tip won by Harper into the hands of Robinson. He'll get it back out to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Harper here. Shot clock at 5. Brunson moving to the elbow, spinning, fading away. Jumper is up. Jumper no good. Tipped up, and controlled underneath by Keldon Johnson, but a foul on the floor is called on Keldon. Victor Wembanyama took a whack as well in the play. Meanwhile, Jordan Clarkson's into the game for the first time for the Knicks. Clarkson played some good minutes in game number 3 at 10 points. As Castle back in for De'Aaron Fox. And Champagnie back in for Devin Vassell. 4 minutes remaining, third quarter. Spurs by 12. 65-53 inbounded by Brunson. He'll get it back from Robinson. Bumped and fouled by Dylan Harper. A little over aggressive that time.
Yep.
Only the first foul on Harper. 7 of 10 from the field tonight for 18 points. Third team foul against the Spurs. Towel Boy does his job to
Good to see you, Paulie. Yep. You're right about that.
And Brunson coming over here to the left of Mitch Johnson on the Spurs bench to trigger the inbound. 14 on the shot clock. 3:57 to go, third quarter. Spurs by a dozen. Trying to force a game 6 Tuesday night at MSG. And an inbound foul, Keldon Johnson with a push off on OG Anunoby. That's Keldon's second, fourth team foul against the Spurs.
Like they're saying it's on the catch. Actually, the ball was inbounded. Otherwise, we're looking at free throws here.
Mike Brown going back to his bench here, getting Josh Hart off the bench. And Robinson coming out. Because if you got 4 fouls, you could do the Hacker Robinson here in this situation.
Exactly.
That's smart coaching there by Mike Brown.
Yep.
Robinson out, put Hart in. Inbounded to Clarkson. Back into the hands of Brunson. Brunson out top. Brings it over to Bridges. Inside pass. What a catch by Hart underneath. Back to Clarkson. He threw it away. Wemby took it away and tried to go behind his back. Lost it. And Anunoby goes up. No good. Rebound tipped out by Wemby to Castle. Quickly ahead. Victor. Back to Keldon. Underneath. Harper goes up and fouled at the rim. Brunson was trying to draw a charge as well on Keldon Johnson on that drive underneath. And no foul, but the foul was called on Josh Hart.
I mean, Dan, how many breaks did we get on that play? Victor's got to, first off, he's got to pick up the basketball. Secondly, Keldon's got to control his momentum there. That call could have gone the opposite direction easily. Our guys need to settle down.
The chance of Dylan Harper here inside the Frostbank Center in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Did you ever think, Sean Elliott?
Yes, there's a possibility after the first 5 games watching the young man play.
Harper has 18 points tonight on 7 of 10 shooting. Towns, Hart, and Anunoby combined have 15 points as Harper misses the first free throw. Spurs have been 7 of 7 from the line before that. Luke Cornett Baddock in for Victor Wembanyama will go have a seat. I think these are the moments, Sean, when you build a lead that you get Victor off even just for a couple of minutes, just so you make sure that he's fresh in the fourth quarter.
Well, you got Dylan Harper out there on the floor with Steph Castle. Hopefully you can maintain this lead where you can afford to give Victor a few more minutes on the bench.
Harper splits the pair. He's got 19 points. The lead is 13, 3.5 minutes remaining. Brunson bounce past Bridges. Pocket pass to Hart, right side, Anunoby. 12 to shoot, pull up 3 on the way, no good. Good rebound by Castle, secures the ball down low. Castle will take it the other way between his legs, right side to Harper. Harper right into the body of Brunson. Harper underneath, scoops it up, no, gets his own rebound, lays it in! You cannot
Grown man basketball. Grown man basketball.
We have no answer.
From a rookie.
0.
3 minutes remaining. Harper now guarding Brunson and called for the foul all the way out of the midcourt. That's going to put the Knicks in the bonus. Maybe the only mistake he's made here tonight.
Yeah, and the earlier push on Brunson doesn't want to find himself in any kind of foul trouble. Only 2 personal fouls, so yeah, he can afford those 2. But the last thing you want to do is send Jalen Brunson to the free throw line and have him get 2 shots without earning them.
2:59 to go in a third quarter that has moved it a pace of molasses. Brunson first free throw, good. Spurs' largest lead in this game was 16 back in the second quarter. Brunson at 10 in the quarter here. The Spurs bench tonight, led by 21 points from Dylan Harper, has outscored the Knicks bench 24-0. One more free throw for Brunson. Second one is up and good. 68-55. Castle will walk it up the floor here for the Spurs. Hart will pick him up. Keldon Johnson, yeah, he got wrapped up by Anunoby trying to come out of that screen. That's Anunoby's fourth, and that will put the Spurs over the limit and into the bonus.
So obviously remain aggressive here for the rest of the quarter. See if you can finish this quarter off at the line.
Not to mention you've got Towns with 4 and Anunoby now with 4 personal fouls as well. Keldon Johnson to the free throw line. First one good. That's a good sign. Keldon is really struggling at the free throw line in these playoffs. Fox is into the game for Dylan Harper. "21 points for Dylan Harper, 10 here in the third quarter in just 6 minutes. Second free throw off the front of the arm. Champagnie with the offensive rebound. And another possession for the Spurs. Castle to Keldon. Keldon lets Huckporty fly by. Lobs it up for Cornet. Oh, he gets blocked at the rim. Huckporty got back into the play.
Wow, big time play from Huckporty.
Into the left corner, Clarkson for 3. No good. Cornet, oh, he lost the rebound. Fortunate, it bounces into the hands of Steph Castle. 69-55, 14-point game, 2.5 to play. Castle driving, sweeps through, he's fouled by Hart. Castle's got to keep penetrating, Sean, especially with the Knicks and all the foul trouble. He's had a tough shooting night, but he's got to get himself to the free throw line.
When he sees those gaps, Dan, there can't be any hesitation. He's got to burst to the basket. I prefer him going off 2 feet with power as opposed to 1 and that little hesitation move that he has.
Fouls on Deuce McBride, that's his first.
Basically, he needs to pull up at the free throw line or a little bit further out or in. Quit driving all the way to the basket.
So the Spurs have missed 3.
Because they expecting him to do that. Just a nice pull-up jumper. Hey, free throws and jump shots.
Wembanyama's back in the game. Cornet has given you 9 minutes tonight off the bench. Yeldon's played 13. Carter Bryant's played 6 minutes tonight. One more free throw coming up for Castle. Does have 4 rebounds and a couple of assists here. Second free throw, good. Puts the pair. Spurs back up by 15. 70-55, 2:25 remaining here in this third quarter. Brunson using the Huckporty screen left side, keeping Castle at bay, whips it out to Hart right wing. Back into the hands of Brunson, 12 to shoot. Back to Hart. Hart puts it to the floor, free throw line. Hands to Huckporty. He's not going to shoot. Back to Hart. Down to 5, down to 4. Hart pulls the trigger. Jumper's good.
Well, I was just going to say, you got 2 offensively challenged players, and Josh Hart, it's an improbable 3-ball on you.
9 for Hart, his second 3 of the game. 70-58, 12-point game. Castle using the Victor screen, whips it to Fox, left corner, out to Champagnie, left wing 3, no good, a little bit too strong. Victor tracks down the offensive rebound, kicks it back out, but he threw it right to Brunson. Brunson crossing up to Champagnie, scoops it up left hand, no good. Rebound Huckporty. Another chance here, McBride back out to Clarkson. Clarkson in the paint. Clarkson had it blocked and it's out of bounds. Knicks ball.
Victor and Dylan Harper are going to get credit for that block. Jordan Clarkson is a terrific shot maker. Dylan Harper got a piece of that one.
He did indeed, and it's his first block of the game. For the Spurs, that's their 7th block of the Ledger block beater tonight. Evan Vassell back in here for Steph Castle. Brunson inbounds to McBride, out to Huckporty, 9 seconds to shoot. Back here to Brunson, pulls the trigger, left wing 3, got bumped and fouled by Dylan Harper. He'll get 3 free throws.
And that's where we've talked before, where it's situational awareness. Jalen Brunson and the entire coaching staff lobby the officials after Jalen Brunson goes down and turns his ankle. You've got to give him a little bit more space, a solid contest, but if there's any type of contact whatsoever, the officials are going to be on top of it.
3 fouls on Dylan Harper. Jalen Brunson to the line, trying to bring the Knicks back to within 10 once again. First free throw's good. .28 points tonight for Jalen Brunson. A dozen here in this third quarter. It's his most efficient game of the playoffs. He's shooting 10 of 20. or of the finals, we should say. Second free throw's good. And now on the doorstep of his 9th 30-point game this postseason. The lead is 10, 70-60. Had a feeling this one was going to be close. Had a feeling this one was going to come down to the wire.
Well, they've all been that way.
Right. One more free throw for Brunson. And he makes all three. 30 points. 33rd career 30-point game in the playoffs for Jalen Brunson.
In the third quarter.
70-61, last 80 seconds here of the quarter. Fox in the paint, floats it up, left hand for two. Just his third field goal, 7 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Looks like the Knicks gambled a little bit up top. Allowed De'Aaron Fox a free lane to the basket.
72-61, right corner three, Deuce McBride, short. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Comes out of the pack with it. McBride tonight. He's missed both of his attempts. Harper got that one over to Fox, goes baseline. Kick out back to Harper. Corner pocket three, short. Rebound tipped up into the hands of Robinson. 72-61, final minute of the quarter. 45 seconds left. Brunson, bounce pass to Clarkson. Clarkson in the paint, floats it up and floats it in.
Yeah, he's a shot maker. You see him hesitate there, keeps the defense on his back, then he gets a kind bounce.
First points of the game. Spurs, if they could go quickly, could go 2 for 1 here. Mitch Johnson, I think, is going to try to get a better shot out of it. Harper, left side, now whips it to the right corner. Fox, all alone, right wing three. No good. Rebound ripped down by Mitchell Robinson. A 1 second difference, game clock and the shot clock. 72-63. Shot clock down to 10. Brunson at midcourt, guarded by Evan Vassell. Chance of defense. Brunson into the paint. Jump step. Fall away jumper over Wemby. In and out. Tip back up and in by Mitchell Robinson. Draw Victor out of the paint and allows Robinson to get to the offensive rebound. Victor for three at the buzzer. Air balls as he comes up short. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Well, the Spurs were up 5 at the end of 2, Sean. They do push that lead to 7 going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, played with a little bit more composure, although they sped up a few times there in that third quarter. Too much for my liking, but you made plays when you had to.
Here we go, 72-65. 36 minutes down, 12 to play. Spurs Radio, Game 5 of the NBA Finals from the Frost Bank Center continues in a moment.
NOLA. Hey, appreciate y'all hanging out with me. There's a lot of y'all out there. Consider hitting the like button. Consider hitting the subscribe button. NOLA, keep posting throughout the whole game. I'm reading them. I like it. Potoi, back to the background. Come on, Spurs.
Bank Center, Spurs up 7, 72-65. A look at the Bet365 stats. In that third quarter, the Spurs outscored the Knicks 30-28. Spurs shot well, 55% to the Knicks 38%. Knocked down 4 threes. 7 assists, Sean, so they had more assists in the third quarter than they did in the entire first half.
Yeah, exactly. So they did a better job moving the basketball. No question about it. But buckle up here, Dan.
Dylan Harper had 10 points in the third quarter. Jalen Brunson, who played the entire third quarter, had 14 of his 30 in that third quarter. Knicks is a team shooting 32% for the game. Spurs shooting 40%. Victor Wembanyama, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 5 blocks. Dylan Harper with a Spurs high 21 and 14 for Julian Champagnie. 30 points for Jalen Brunson. Although it's been a quiet night tonight for OG Anunoby, at least for now, he's 2 of 10 from the field, 7 points.
He's done a better job at staying at home with him. Not allowing any wide open threes, especially from the corner.
Knicks ball as we begin the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns back in. Alvarado back in out there with Bridges, Clarkson, and Hart. Alvarado will give it to Towns. Towns puts it to the floor, picks it up, back to Alvarado. Bridges right wing into the corner for Hart. Back up top, Alvarado. Whips his way to the left elbow, back out to Clarkson, pulls the trigger, deep three, no good. And the rebound secured by Hart, and he throws it back out to Bridges. And another possession for the Knicks. Towns attacking Wemby, threw it away. And you dodge a bullet on the offensive rebound, and the Knicks threw the basketball away.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jordan Clarkson is diving to the rim there. Karl Anthony Towns is penetrating. You figure you just leave that one out there. You just stay in the corner, stay at home.
Alvarado nearly forced a turnover on a lazy inbound pass by the Spurs, and the Spurs are fortunate that they're going to be able to advance the basketball.
I mean, it's not time to throw that pass. And actually, Steph Castle also has to come to it.
I'll get the ball from Keldon Johnson back in the front court. Opening minute here of the fourth. Castle, Victor's rolling to the bucket. Castle in the paint, kicks it out. Johnson, open, corner pocket, three. Yes, sir! Keldon Johnson hits the
bucket. That's a big bucket. He needs that. So do I.
Jumper himself.
Third dime for Steph. Hart kicks it out. Right wing, back to Josh Hart. He'll pull up for three. That's good. His third three of the game.
Oh, you got something out of nothing there. It looked like Alvarado had a layup deferred because Victor starts to protect the rim, and you have, again, Josh Hart knocking down a big three.
Hart's got a dozen. Devin Vassell rising left wing three. That's too strong. Keldon Johnson, big offensive rebound. Castle, back to Devin. Thought about reloading, kicks it to Wemby. Down the baseline, slams it down! That one, Sean, worth more than two.
Yes, it was. Got the crowd in the game, got the bench off their feet. Maybe just pump some life into his guys.
18 for Victor Wembanyama with 12 boards. Mikal Bridges out top. Over to Josh Hart to the right side. Hart looking. Shot clock at 5, down to 4, down to 3. Hart got to do something with it. Hart lost the basketball. And the Spurs, do they have possession? We get a shot clock violation. They're going to call it a shot clock violation. They'll say Spurs never had possession. Anytime you get Josh Hart with the ball deep in a possession, that is a win for the Spurs defense.
I agree. Held on the ball way too long there. But again, Dan, I'm going old school. Don't try to dribble the ball up. Just pick it up. Grab it with two hands.
That's a dozen turnovers tonight for the Knicks. Spurs by 9, 77-68. 2 minutes gone by fourth quarter. Castle, Devin, left wing, Vassell.
No room there.
Between his legs, back out to Steph. Shot clock at 10, plenty of time. Castle, down to 7, down to 6. Castle makes his move. Castle spots Victor, tips it up, no. Tips it up again, no. 2 good looks at it, down low on the feed from Steph. Hart will dribble back into the front court. Picked up the dribble. Ooh, nearly stolen by Fox. Got it out of his hands to Towns. Makes his move. Drops it to Alvarado, left corner, out to Hart, left wing. Whips it across to Bridges. Bridges back to Shaman. Right wing three is up. It's good. Well, his first three since game 3. 77-71.
That was a quick trigger there from Landry Shaman, showing you that you can't give him any daylight.
Castle. Shaman stays with him. Steph between his legs. Over to Vassell. Left wing, deep three. Got it! Oh, he was 3 feet behind the line. Devin Vassell.
I was just going to say, I prefer him to step in a step or two. He told me to shut my pie hole.
And then Alvarado gets loose, lays it high up the glass. No good, a little too strong. Evan Skies for the rebound, pushing. Keldon up top, Castle down low, goes up and he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. And you're doing all this with Jalen Brunson on the bench right now here, and how long he stays on the bench.
Well, he's at the scorer's table.
Yeah, I figured he wasn't going to stay there very long. Fouls on Josh Hart's his third. Will put Steph Castle back at the free throw line. Man, that was a gutsy shot, John, by Devin Vassell.
Really was. I mean, it was deep. You called it. And I prefer guys to take a step in or two in that situation. You know the ball's swinging to you around the horn. Try to get an easier one.
Mike Brown's going to challenge this foul on Josh Hart underneath.
Oh, wow, okay.
The Spurs won a challenge earlier, and now the Knicks, who are 9-2 in challenges in the playoffs.
Timeout being called a challenge on the floor.
All right, we'll take the timeout with the challenge. 8:51 to go in the ball game. Spurs by 9, 80-71 as we take the SWBC timeout. Spurs Radio. Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment.
See you at the arena.
8:51 to go here as we're taking a look along with Scott Foster and the crew on this challenge from Mike Brown. They have made up their mind here. And Scott Foster coming over to the table to let us know how he's going to rule. And it looks like it's going to be the foul will stand, and the Spurs will be back in the free throw line for 2 free throws. It's a tough challenge call there by Mike Brown there at this stage of the game. I know you're trying to save 2 points.
After you do, it's been determined the defender grazed the ball, but then followed through and make an illegal contact to the arm. Therefore, this foul will stand. This is an unsuccessful challenge. New York will be charged with timeout. They will not be able to challenge subsequent plays. They shoot 2.
So again, the ball was grazed by the hand, but you talked about the follow-through down on the arm, and that's what got Josh Hart in trouble there.
It was really hard to tell. Looked like he may have gotten a little bit of a ball, like Scott Foster said there, but there was a definite hack.
And Steph still had possession of the ball, even though he grazed the ball, which means that still technically if you come back across the arm to try to draw the ball loose, it's still an illegal play, illegal body contact and a foul, and that's why Steph's at the line.
We were both talking during the break that if he doesn't commit that foul, Karl Anthony Towns had the right side of the glass covered. Most likely he was going to get blocked.
Steph at the line, 3 of 4, now 3 of 5 as he misses the front end. Fourth quarter and free throws. They go hand in hand. Spurs are 10 of 14 to the line tonight. The Knicks are 9 of 12. Jalen Brunson, by the way, sat out 3 minutes, and the Knicks lost 4 points off what was a 5-point deficit going into the time he was on the bench. And bring him back out there to take him home. Steph splits the pair, the lead back to 10, 81-71 with 8:51 to play. Brunson spins around Castle, left side, left-hand dribble, over by the hash marks. On the far sideline, Castle sticking with Brunson. Out of Jalen's hands to the right side, Shaman. Shaman puts it to the floor. Right past Champagnie, lays it up around for 2. Strong take by Shaman. Might have rolled his ankle. He did, yeah. He's slow to get back into the play. That allows Dylan Harper to take it coast to coast and lay it in. Yeah, Shaman, they're going to have to get him out of there. He's trying to power through it.
Yeah, I don't know if he rolled his ankle or took a knee to the thigh. Hard to tell, but he's definitely hobbling.
83-73, 23 now for Dylan Harper. Towns looking back for Brunson. Brunson into the paint, kick out Shaman. Right wing 3 on the way, no good. And Harper secures the rebound, his third. Spurs the ball up by 10, 4 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And a foul away from the ball. That's to get Landry Shaman out of there. Shaman commits the foul just to get himself out of there.
Right.
Now let's take a look at what happened to
Oh,
Shaman.
yeah, I can see there he turned his left ankle on the way up and then almost turns it again or hurt his knee on the way down.
So he might have hyperextended his left knee in addition to turning his ankle.
Yeah.
He went back to the locker room. Dylan Harper, meanwhile, baseline, back out to Champagnie, left side. Champagnie in the paint, lobs it up for Victor. Bad pass, broken up by Anunoby. Back the other way come the Knicks. Brunson sneaks underneath Castle as he puts it up and draws the foul.
I don't like that call. I'm not sure. We have to take a look at it. If Steph Castle is going forward, then it's legit. If he goes straight up and down and Jalen Brunson comes into his space, that's the call that was supposed to go away years ago.
That was the old James Harden play.
Yes.
Brunson 6 of 7 to the line. The 3 free throws coming his way. First one no good. 30 points tonight for Brunson. It's his third 30-point game of the finals. This has been his most efficient night in terms of shooting. Came in just 39% from the field. Tonight he's just a shade below 50. Second free throw, good.
Last game, he was just a shade below 50.
This play, Sean, is deafening here in this final 7 minutes plus between the Knicks fans and the Spurs fans trying to counter them. Brunson makes 2 of 3.
Well, you got the Knicks fans who really showed up to the chagrin of the Spurs fans of both sides. Doing a great job rooting on their ball clubs.
8-point game. Castle, left wing. There, out to Champagnie. Don't give it to Victor. Back to the basket on Sounds. Now squares up, left elbow extended. Victor pulls up. Fadeaway jumper. Off the front of the rim. No good. Anunoby brings down the rebound, gives to Brunson. Brunson attacking. Lays it up left hand for 2. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. 34 points for Jalen Brunson.
He's so clever, Dan, when he
Big
beats
bucket
you
Brunson.
going left, he doesn't
Big
put
bucket
his right
Brunson,
hand back on
bro.
the ball. Doesn't allow the defender to get a swat.
Where's
at it.
De'Aaron
Just a little
Fox?
Scoop, and he's got an outstanding touch around the rim.
First timeout, we'll take the SWBC break with them. 7:14 to play. The lead is 6 for San Antonio. 83-77. Spurs Radio. Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues in a moment. Spurs on top by 6, 83-77. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Spurs Radio.
News Radio 1200 WOAI.
Potoi in the background.
San Antonio's
So a lot of
breaking
y'all
news,
out there,
traffic,
I
and weather.
appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Saturday night, come on San Antonio, pull this shit out so we can see another game.
Square Garden, 7:30 tip time. Carl will get started with Spurs Radio game night beginning at 7. And if necessary after that, game 7 will be back here at the Frost Bank Center on Friday night. What would be the final night of the NBA season and a champion crowned on June 19th, 7:30 tip time. Spurs Radio game night at 7. When you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered. As the official ticket marketplace of the Spurs of the NBA, Ticketmaster's got a wide selection of seats available for every game. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Spurs. Spurs will have the basketball, 7:14 to go. Victor Wembanyama back out there along with Dylan Harper, Julian Champagnie, Devin Vassell, and off of the far corner, Stephon Castle. Harper will bring it up. Screen from Wembanyama into Castle's hands, right corner. Castle crossing over Hart now as he works it back out, 9 on the shot clock. Castle, screen from Victor, into the body of Hart, down to 5, down to 4. Castle, tough fadeaway jumper, short. Victor tips the rebound out, but a loose ball foul. It's called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be his third. A tough shot there for Stephon Castle.
Yeah, held the ball too long there, and I thought when he made his initial move going left, he had the lane and maybe a mid-range jumper there, elected to cross it back over right into a much more congested area.
Steph is 0 of 8 tonight from the floor. Now to the hands of Brunson, who's got 34 on the night in a 2-possession game. Brunson calling out instructions here. Harper defending him. Brunson to his left. Wembanyama shadowing. Brunson with 9, with 8. Now Wemby with a matchup of guarding Brunson. Between his legs, Brunson gets a step bump into the paint, scoops it up, scoops it in.
Big bucket Brunson. Bro.
His footwork is absolutely impeccable.
He is carrying the team like superstars do, max players.
379. Box out top, screen from Wemby. Champagnie, left wing cut off by Brunson. Gets a step in the paint, lost the ball, and on the deck, Bridges knocks it free to Brunson. And ahead to Hart as the Knicks force a turnover.
The guy's going to have to weather this storm right now, Dan.
4-point game. Brunson out top, into the hands of Hart, left wing, back to Brunson. Over to Towns, right side. Towns, step back three over Dylan Harper. That's not a good shot. And Wembanyama brings down the rebound.
Yeah. He sucks.
Not ideal for the Knicks.
Not smart.
Jalen Brunson had the mismatch he wanted, elected to give up the ball.
Towns has only made 4 threes in this series.
Well, I mean, you have Jalen Brunson with the mismatch he wants, and Karl-Anthony Towns ends up taking a step back.
Victor Wembanyama, as he came down, elbowed Josh Hart in the face and is called for an offensive foul.
Ouch.
By Scott Foster. That's 4 fouls on Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, he moved his body into him, trying to impede Josh Hart's progress, trying to work around the screen.
And the Spurs have called a timeout here to initiate a challenge, I believe.
Timeout's being called to challenge ruling on the floor.
This is going to be close. Really,
yes, it is.
Really close. As the question is, did Josh Hart just happen to land at the same time that Victor Wembanyama caught the ball? And it was just incidental contact more than anything else.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
I guess the question you have to ask is, did Victor Wembanyama make a motion once he brought down to lean into Josh Hart to knock him down and rule for the offensive foul?
I mean, this one could go either way. It looks like he's catching it and getting himself in a secure position. I'm curious to see how they're going to rule this one.
Yeah, really, really close. It's such a bang-bang play based on the time he catches the ball and Hart moves into his space. So he brings the ball down with a right hand, and literally not even a split second later, Josh Hart runs right into him. We'll get the ruling from Scott Foster.
After he do, it's been determined that prior to the offensive foul called on Wembanyama, Towns two-hand shoved him into that action. Therefore, a defensive foul has been put on Towns. This is a successful challenge. This is their second challenge. Therefore, a timeout will be charged. And they will not.
Towns is just not smart. He's not playing smart. He's not playing smart basketball at all. The last 2, maybe 3 games.
Carl Anthony Towns and what he did to put Victor Wembanyama in that position. But thankfully, Big John Harris was down on the bench.
Yes, he was. And Towns picking up his 5th.
And again,
he's a non-factor anyway in this game and the last game.
4 of the previous games in this series.
Another max player
into clutch time.
Doing nothing on the court in the finals. There's 2 of them out there. Carl Anthony Towns. De'Aaron Fox will be a max player next year.
Just 3 and 7. Fox turning
trade him.
Pull-up jumper, around and out. Wouldn't stay down. And the loose one grabbed by Brunson. Brunson right into Champagne. He goes up. No good, but he'll get to the line for a couple of free throws.
He's going to get to the foul line.
More points.
Time in that situation.
Yeah, he's going to go shoot free throws.
It's basically a guessing game. Julian with pretty solid defense there. Maybe a little too much contact.
Jalen Brunson with a chance to get the Knicks to within 2. They were down by 16 in the first half. They closed the deficit to 5. They were down 15 in this half. They've now closed it to 4. First free throw's good. 1 possession game, 83-80, with 5:18 to go. You're going to give Victor Wembanyama a real quick breather here as Luke Cornett comes back into the game.
Tell you what, I'm inclined to just back up off Jalen Brunson in that situation. Make him stop on a dime. When he's coming at you with a full head of steam, make him stop on a dime and make a jumper as opposed to fouling him.
Brunson makes them both. 38 points tonight for Jalen Brunson. 83-81. 2-point game. To the hands of Cornett, poked away by Robinson, out of bounds, and last touch by the Knicks, who don't have any challenges left. Neither do the Spurs. 14 on the shot clock. Quick inbound to Fox. Fox tonight 3 of 12 shooting. Castle tonight 0 of 8. Fox between his legs. Fox pulls up, left elbow jumper, short. Rebound, Robinson on the deck, lost it, ends up in the hands of Anunoby. Brunson will push. Brunson attacking. Brunson in the paint, lays it up for 2.
Bucket! Bucket! Big effing bro.
It's a 10-0 run for the Knicks. We have not led since it was 5-4.
They can't stop him. They can't stop him.
Harper pulls up, looking for contact. None there. Rebound tipped out. Back into the hands of Hart. A loose ball foul called on the Knicks, Anunoby. And that's 5 on him. And that's 14 fouls on the Knicks.
That might be the biggest break of the ball game. Knicks look like they had numbers. Jalen Brunson has the ball in his hands. They're going the opposite direction.
And Victor Wembanyama on that whistle right back into the game. Knotted at 83, 4:25 to play. Vassell to inbound. To the hands of Wembanyama, left corner, guarded by Robinson. Back to Fox. Shot clock at 9. Fox attacking, going baseline. Whips to Harper. Around to Vassell. Sidesteps Hart. Pull up. Left elbow jumper. Good.
Bucket.
Vassell. He's
big bucket.
Doesn't here tonight.
Needed that bucket.
Decision there. Sticking to your strength.
Come on, defense.
Choking up a 3-ball there. Work yourself into the mid-range game.
85-83. Brunson backing it in on Harper. Backing it in. Out of the elbow, backing it in down to the block. Shot clock at 8. Spins baseline. Jumper up. No good. Spurs win a possession there, but Vassell stepped out of bounds. Spurs did everything right on that possession defensively except secure the rebound. They give the Knicks another chance. Brunson to inbound. The hands of Hart, left corner. Back out. Mitchell Robinson, left wing to Brunson. with 7 to shoot. With 6, Harper guarding him. Bridges will give it back to Brunson. Down to 3, down to 2. Brunson's got to put something up. Brunson leans into Vassell, puts it up, no good. And a foul on Devin Vassell, and it'll be 3 free throws again for Jalen Brunson.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, these 3, they can take the lead.
Got to stay down on Jalen Brunson. Again, we saw this call earlier in the game.
Knicks haven't led since it was 5 to 4. Jalen Brunson can give him the first lead since then if he makes all 3 of them.
Lucky it wasn't a 4-point play there.
The Knicks are 14 of 18 at the line. The Spurs are 11 of 15. Brunson with 11 in the quarter and 25 in this half. 7 free throws. 42 points for Jalen Brunson. It is his 10th 40-point game of the postseason, of his postseason career. And a chance to give the Knicks the lead. 12 of 14 of the line tonight. Brunson makes all 3, and the Knicks lead at 86-85. 3:40 to play.
It's been the story of every single game except for game 3.
Wembanyama. The Fox out top, turns the corner, pulls up, left elbow jumper, in and out. Rebound Robinson. Brunson with the ball. Knicks by 1, 86-85. No fouls to give either team. Timeout, New York. Well, Sean, it has been a tough shooting night again across the board for the Spurs. Steph Castle's 0 of 8, De'Aaron Fox 3 of 14, Victor Wembanyama, and off shooting night 7 of 17 from the field in this one.
I mean, Dylan Harper has been the guy that's kept us in the ball game with his defense, his tenacity, and his shot making. And you figure with the way our guys have been shooting, it's surprising that we've held the lead for so long.
It is the first lead for the Knicks since it was 5-4. So again, you talk about a 48-minute game, and the Spurs have basically held the lead for about 44 minutes in this one here tonight.
Right.
They have been
it's a rerun of every single Knicks win. See if our guys can reverse that trend, get a stop here. You know, they're going to obviously put the ball in Jalen Brunson's hands. Our guys know.
Rightfully so. He's the point guard, you idiot. Hey, Jalen Brunson is unstoppable right now. Where's the defense?
Right now, it's been the Jalen Brunson show.
Where's the shot blocking? Where's Wemby blocking shots in the paint? Jalen Brunson killing them. Free throws and jump shots. Guard play. All series long.
3 points, the most he's had in any playoff game this spring. Bridges will inbound to the hands of Brunson. 1-point game. Brunson, offensive foul. Yeah, he elbowed Steph Castle.
Wow, what a mistake there.
It's only his first foul, though. Again, a look at the reset. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining with 3:15 to go. No fouls to give either side. We're shooting free throws the rest of the game. Castle to Vassell. Again, you got to value every possession here.
See if our guys remain aggressive or are they tentative?
Castle into Towns, goes up, no good. Rebound saved by Bridges into the hands of Hart. Brunson back the other way to Hart, holding up. Gives it back to Jalen Brunson as we're under 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Brunson out top, watched by Castle. Screen from Bridges, switched on to Vassell, now to the hands of Towns. Left side, guarded by Harper, sweeps through. Towns takes it low, puts it off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Hart, no good. Oh, they had 2 cracks at it. Here come the Spurs. Dylan Harper, half full head of steam, blocked at the rim. Gets his own loose one, throws it out to Vassell. Plenty of time. Wembanyama jab step into the paint. Kick out Harper, left wing, 9 to shoot. Harper takes it in, lays it up, no good. Slow to get up at the other end. Back into the play. Knicks with numbers. Anunoby out to Hart, left wing. Now Towns Down low, Anunoby underneath, blocked at the rim, but a foul on Devin Vassell with 2:07
they're
to
going
play.
to call that a
Gonna
goaltend.
call it a goaltend.
Stuck his hand up through the net for the block.
Bucket.
Shaky
Bucket.
basketball by both teams, actually. You can see the nerves getting to both ball clubs.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Devin Vassell, hand through the rim.
Come on.
Bucket for Anunoby, and the Knicks lead is 3, their largest. Wembanyama, top of the circle, sweeping through, attacking Towns. Ball fake, leans in, and foul by Towns, and he's fouled out of the game.
Bro, Towns sucks.
Wembanyama's going to get 2 free throws.
Wow.
53
Come
now.
on, Victor. Make free throws, free throws, free throws.
Gets caught moving forward.
Towns is garbage. That dude is garbage.
Solid contained defense. Gets caught moving into Victor Wembanyama. Victor gets a couple of free throws.
So unlike game number 4 where Victor has played 44 minutes tonight, he's played just 36 minutes. And they're hoping that freshness will carry him home and the Spurs down the stretch here in game number 5.
He has 2 points and 6 fouls.
Booing Victor Wembanyama as he steps to the free throw line. As you can hear from the roar, Victor missed the first.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Surprising, actually, that Mike Brown goes with Mitchell Robinson here. Makes you wonder if Mitch might actually try to hack him to take the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands.
Spurs are 1 of 3 at the line here in this 4th quarter. Second free throw, 1 of 2. 88-86, 2-point game. Brunson will bring it up here with 1:50 remaining. Guarded by Castle. Brunson, screen Anunoby. Brunson switched on Vassell, shot clock at 7. Brunson all the way out of midcourt, behind his back with 4, with 3. Brunson moving. Brunson, step back, baseline jumper. That's going to be short. Off the top of the rim, that's a shot clock violation.
Yeah. Devin Vassell does a great
Come
job
on,
moving
San
his feet.
Antonio.
Doesn't fall for or overreact to any fakes. It's a solid contest, and he's got a distinct size advantage and length advantage over Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's played 48 minutes tonight. You got to figure fatigue might be settling in on him as well.
He don't look tired.
All right,
He don't
90
look
seconds
tired.
to go. Spurs down 2, 88-86. Ball in the hand of Dylan Harper. Between his legs out top. Harper will get downhill. Harper spinning. Harper fadeaway jumper. Good for Dylan Harper with 25.
Big
and we're
bucket,
tied at 88.
Harper.
That young
Grown man
Beautiful
basketball.
spin move, perfect touch in the mid-range.
Grown man basketball.
Floats it out, floats it in. 45 for Brunson, and the Knicks lead by 2 as we come upon the last minute of the ball game. 90-88. Box, left wing. Box gets a step, picks up the dribble to Victor. Victor inside, back out to Fox. Step back, left wing three, no good. And the rebound, Hart. And the Knicks have it with 50 seconds to go, leading by 2. 90-88. Brunson. Between his legs, Fox guarding him. Brunson. All the way downhill, kick out Hart, open 3 on the way, no good, rebound tipped up and the Spurs have it. Harper gonna push, 30 seconds left, Harper all the way downhill, lays it up, left it short. And a foul taken by the Spurs with 26.1 seconds remaining.
Tough to put the right amount of touch on that shot. I can't disagree with that attempt from Dylan Harper. He's had a phenomenal night. And he gets a lane to the basket, just can't quite put enough pop on that shot.
Took it right in, and Anunoby scooped it up with the left hand. It's not enough English to get around and in. And now Josh Hart at the free throw line. The chance to make this a 2-possession game with 26.1 seconds remaining. Free throw's good. 13 for Hart, who's hit some big threes in the second half here. Luke Cornett will come into the game. 26.1 to play. One more free throw for Hart. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, Knicks. They take it out. Spurs got to foul. Have to foul. And they do. Offensive rebounding, Sean. That was the one thing that the Spurs had to obviously eliminate in this series against the Knicks, and it's been the timely offensive rebounding that's killed them.
Yeah, and I said I was a little surprised by Mike Brown putting Mitchell Robinson in there, but Mitchell Robinson's presence pays off big time. He just bullied his way into inside position there, comes up with the offensive rebound, and smartly throws it out.
Anunoby at the line hits the first free throw to make it a two-possession game, 92-88. And one more free throw coming, second one, in and out, and the rebound secured by Vassell. Timeout, Spurs. All right.
Robinson almost got that one too, Dan. Unbelievable.
So there are 20 seconds remaining. It's a two-possession game. You have enough time that you don't need a three, but you don't have that much time that you got to go quick enough if you're going to make the right decision here.
Right, and you can't panic in this situation. You still got to try to get a good shot. So you move it, but you can't take too much time off the clock, obviously.
You can't.
You want to give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound if you miss that shot. But you got to get something. You got to set screens hard.
Yeah,
harder cuts. Make sure you get a high-quality shot.
It's got to be a play where you're going to get something that's going to get you going to the rim and getting something that's a high percentage look.
And then if you make the shot, then it's pressure immediately. You try to get a steal on the inbound play. They're going to try to go to their better free throw shooters. Mitchell Robinson is the guy you want to try to funnel the ball to. If you can somehow get him to catch the basketball, you foul immediately, then it works out for you. But this Knicks team is so smart, Dan. They're going to try to get Jalen Brunson or one of their better free throw shooters of basketball. And if you can get a steal, a deflection, then you're in business. If not, you've got to foul immediately.
My guess is Mitchell Robinson would stay in on the defensive end here. He is. And if the Spurs score, the Knicks will call immediately timeout, and they'll take Mitchell Robinson out of the game. Not going to leave him in here with a title on the line in these closing seconds.
That's a great point.
They got 2 timeouts remaining, and the Spurs have 1 timeout remaining. But before we even get to that, the Spurs have got to get something here. Down by 4 with 20 seconds left. It's Castle, Harper, Vassell, Victor Wembanyama, and De'Aaron Fox on the floor. Castle will trigger the inbound. Victor sets the screen for Harper. Castle lobs it up high. Victor with a catch out right wing. He'll pull up for the deep three. No good. Tipped up. Oh, do it. Castle. He threw it back down. And there's the timeout for Mike Brown.
Wow, what a play there from Steph Castle. His first bucket of the night, actually. That just stayed in the play. He catches that ball right as it comes off the rim. No box out there. Steph Castle, big time putback. Let's see if what your coaching skills are like here, Dan. Is Mike Brown going to pull Mitchell Robinson off the floor?
No way is Mitchell Robinson staying in the game here.
He shouldn't.
Not a chance. Because that's the obvious foul for the Spurs. I mean, they get the ball and you can just immediately foul Mitchell Robinson. And you're up by 2 here. Man, I mean, I just can't see it. And I think that was almost the reason for the timeout immediately, was to get him off the floor if the Spurs had a made basket here. You want to get your...
Well, I see him he's sitting on the bench listening to the play. So,
whoa. Boy, if he comes in, I have a lot of questions. I'll tell you that much.
No, you're right. They're going to take him off the floor.
He's not coming. No, I mean... It's going to be Shamet, who we thought was no way in heck was he coming back into the game after what looked like an ankle roll and a hyperextended knee earlier this half. He's coming in here for Robinson. He's the guy in the backcourt, 16.3 seconds remaining. Josh Hart will inbound here, 92-90. If you don't get the steal, you have to foul immediately. Immediately. You can put Victor Wembanyama on Josh Hart on the inbound like you did with Towns.
I like that.
in the last game.
I told you after the game, I always like bigs on the inbounder.
Well, Hart will inbound. Victor looking behind him. Looking. Hart gets it into Brunson. You gotta
foul.
They're not fouling.
You gotta foul him.
You have no time. And Harper knocked it free. Now it's into the hands of Bridges, and he gets fouled. Oh, my goodness. Wow, the Spurs used 8 seconds to allow Brunson to move that over. They just didn't want to foul him, but now you put Bridges at the line instead. That's a massive, massive gamble, Sean.
I hear you.
They almost came up with a steal. So Bridges goes to the line for 2 free throws. Spurs have 1 timeout remaining. Bridges free throw falls off the rim. So the gamble paid off.
I prefer a little bit more time on the clock. The Knicks going to put their defensive squad out there now.
That was Bridges' first free throw of the night. He had only missed 1 free throw in the entire playoffs prior to that. Second free throw, good. Timeout Spurs, but they are alive and breathing. A 1-possession game with 8.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you have enough time to go for a 2-ball here. You're going to have to go for a 3.
Yeah, you're going to have to draw up your best play and then draw up your second and third best reads off that best play if it doesn't come to fruition.
And if you're the Knicks, you know this, so you've got to protect the 3-point line. If somebody cuts back door, well, then so be it.
Well, the Spurs are out of timeouts. The Knicks 1 timeout remaining. Julian Champagnie has knocked down 4 tonight. Devin Vassell has knocked down a pair. Dylan Harper and Keldon Johnson have knocked down a pair as well, too. Victor Wembanyama is 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. So 8.8 seconds remaining. The Knicks lead it by 3. In a ball game that has just been a knockdown, grind-out affair here for 48 minutes tonight.
You know, both teams playing pretty solid defense. You can't find fault with our guys on that end of the floor. I thought for a while there they got away from moving and sharing the basketball. They just haven't been able to make shots. Had a lot of balls bounce in and out for them.
But here you are with 8.8 seconds remaining. No timeouts. Spurs down 3, 93-90. They'll advance the basketball.
Again,
Castle.
It wouldn't shock me to see Dylan Harper get this shot the way he's played.
Now, if you're the Knicks, you even let a 3-pointer shoot
right,
the ball here
that's
too.
A good point. Are they going to foul?
Let's put that one into play here. Julian Champagnie's not even in the game here for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan is in the game guarding Victor Wembanyama. 8.8, Castle, Harper, Fox, Wembanyama, Vassell, the 5 on the floor. Scott Foster hands the ball to Castle. Far sideline, face guarded by Hart. Castle, looking, gets it in. Harper, foul by Shamet. Yep. Not even going to let him get a 3-point shot off. So I guess the question here, Sean, is you're out of timeouts. I mean, are we already at the point where you make the first and miss the second?
That's a good point. I wouldn't. Not at this point, because 8.5 seconds, if the ball comes off, a guy like Jeremy Sohan gets the rebound, you foul him immediately, you go the length of the floor, you hope that he's going to give you one, maybe both, and you still have a lot of time to get the ball to the floor.
First free throw for Harper, no good. And the Spurs have struggled at the foul line here in the fourth quarter. They are 2 of 5 at the line in this fourth quarter.
They're out of timeouts. I'm surprised that Jalen Brunson isn't on the floor to become a receiver as well.
See what Harper does here on the second free throw. That one is up. No good. They missed them both. Rebound Anunoby. He's fouled with 7.7 seconds remaining. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I couldn't
don't think
tell.
So.
Spurs out of timeouts. Anunoby, one free throw can make it a two-possession game. The Knicks fans here salivating. Free throw, no good. I mean, you talk about this so many times. Free throws at the end of the game are so different.
So yeah, they are. I mean, not like shooting them in your backyard. You talk about it all the time. So much pressure on you. And that's where guys just have to revert back to all the times you practice, and you've got to trust in all those reps and just let it go.
One more free throw for Anunoby. Second one is good. That's a big one. That makes it a two-possession game. 7.7. Got to go quickly. Fox to Victor. Victor pulls up. Left wing three. No good. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. For the first time since 1973, the New York Knicks reign supreme over the basketball world.
Got to give them credit, Dan. They earned it. We had them down in every single game, and they never gave up. They showed the heart of a champion. They continued to grind and chip away. Even when it looked dire for them in Game 4, they continued to fight back, make the right plays. That's why they're the NBA champions.
94-90 is the final tonight. A playoff high for this postseason for Jalen Brunson, 45 points, Sean. And in the second half, he took them home. 29 of his 45 points coming in the second half.
He's a killer. He's going to win the Finals MVP. There's no question about it. And well-deserved.
For the Spurs, it should be stated that this takes nothing away from the season that they just put forth. And I know it's hard to say that right now here, watching the Knicks celebrate on their home floor, but going into training camp, Victor Wembanyama established a bar that many thought was very high for this organization. And not only did they meet the bar, Sean, they crossed it by a mile, getting to within 3 wins of an NBA championship.
Yeah, far exceeded expectations. No question about it. I thought at the beginning of the year, Dan, I was going to be pleased if our guys made it to the second round. I thought they needed playoff experience so Oklahoma City wouldn't continue to put that gap between us where our guys end up beating OKC. They just couldn't put it all together. Couldn't get past the emotions of that Western Conference final early enough to get settled into this series, end up losing those first 2 at home. But all in all, a very successful season. And I want to remind Spurs fans that you remember 2014 and how satisfying and gratifying that was to win that series against the Miami Heat. Well, 14 doesn't happen without 13. And so you have this situation here where our guys learn a lot of lessons, a lot of them painful. They're going to come back and be a much, much better ball club because of it.
Everyone says you have to have your heart broken in this game before you take the next step.
Yeah, no question.
Here's the heartbreak tonight for this Spurs team. But to your point, they will come back battle-tested. They will come back with the experience of knowing how to play in these moments at the end of games, which was really the difference of this series. It really just came down, to the final 5 minutes in handling every single game.
Every Knicks win came down to the last 5 minutes, and they just showed a lot more leadership, calm, and poise than our guys did, which should be expected.
Right.
They're a much older ball club. They have more veterans on the team. They have guys that have been around for a long time and suffered through a lot of bitter defeats.
This has been a lot of fun. Having you on the broadcast, getting your insight, we really appreciate it. I'm sure you were thrilled to postpone your spring and summer vacation plans to join us and watch this team play. And I know you're looking forward to getting right back out there once we hit October.
I felt at times that I was cramping your style.
No, you weren't. Not a chance.
But yeah, it was great to be here and reunite with you again, Dan. You're the best in the business, man. You've done a terrific job. And to see our guys, win or lose, get this experience. And that's what I talked about before the finals even started, just the experience of playing in these finals, playing in MSG with that rowdy crowd, playing with everything on the line. What an unbelievable experience for our guys. I know they're extremely disappointed in that locker room right now, but again, they're going to be a much, much better ball club, and I feel that they're going to be the team to beat next year.
94-90 is the final tonight as the Knicks win their first NBA title since 1973. We got plenty more coming up. Spurs postgame coming up on the other side. We'll take a look back at the final scoring summary, stats, highlights, and analysis from this one. Steve will be joined by Matt Nielsen downstairs outside the Spurs locker room. Carl Schoening is back up here with some final thoughts as we'll put a bow on this season, and we'll look ahead to what should be a very exciting 2026-27 campaign. But in 2025-26, it's the New York Knicks world as they win the NBA title. We'll take a break. More to come when we return after this. Spurs Radio, Game 5 of the NBA Finals continues after this.
The Spurs post-game show.
Alley-oop, slam, dunk.
The Spurs post-game show is brought to you by SWBC. They put their clients first. Visit.
Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with two. Takes a three that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
They have done it. A call that will live forever for a team that will live in New York City forever. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions here in San Antonio. A 94-90 win. What else is new? In come-from-behind fashion. And now we are moments away from a ceremony that many Knicks fans felt may never come during their lifetimes. The Knicks are about to accept the Larry O'Brien Trophy as the champions of the National Basketball Association. Pat O'Keefe with you at Frostbank Center in San Antonio. And this is the Knicks post-game show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, who are on the podium right now at center court as the NBA crew sets up its post-game trophy presentation. All of the blue and orange-clad Knicks fans have made their way floor level, surrounding the court. And I've got to tell you, with only Knicks fans still here, this place is about halfway full. One of the delays, OG Anunoby, one of the last players to go up on the podium. He's now up there to chants of OG, OG from the fans and from his teammates. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is on the podium. The great Walt Clyde Frazier, who up until tonight, a playing member of the only two championship teams in the history of this franchise. But make no mistake about it, Walt Clyde Frazier is still a very big part of now this championship franchise. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. Jose Alvarado towards the back of the podium, firing up the Knicks fans that are behind the Knicks. Patrick Ewing is up on the riser. Knicks owner James Dolan brings a championship to New York City, to this franchise, to this fan base. Such a long time coming. And such a long time coming today. The Knicks trailed by 10 points at the end of the first quarter. They trailed by 5 points at halftime. They trailed by 7 at the end of the third quarter. And with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, this was a 10-point ball game. And once again, as they have done these entire NBA Finals, the Knicks come from behind to win Game 5 to capture the NBA championship. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer, who will hand it to ABC's Ernie Johnson as the master of ceremonies.
Basketball fan. Man, we just saw something pretty special, didn't we? And I know it is trophy time, but before that, can we acknowledge the great season and the great playoff run by the Western Conference champions, the San Antonio Spurs? But now it's all about these guys.
Jalen Brunson is a West Side player. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that.
Present the Larry O'Brien
West Side.
Trophy to the
It's all about the East
2026
Side.
NBA champions. Here's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
"53 years. The wait is over." To Jim Dolan, Leon Rose, William Wesley, Coach Brown, and this incredible team, congratulations. You're the 2026 NBA champion.
Jim, number one, congratulations to you. Back in January, you were saying, you know what? I think we should get to the finals, and I think we should win the finals. What did you see in this team in January that thought that you're going to be standing here on this night?
I saw a team. We were a team. We've been a team the whole time. But I want to say something to New York. Hey, New York, I'm sorry it took so long. but here we are, and hopefully it won't take that long again. Yeah!
Congratulations. Hey, Leon. Leon Rose, how much satisfaction do you get? How much satisfaction do you get out of seeing a team you pieced together bring it to this point?
It's really, there aren't really words you can put into what these guys have done, the character that they have, the fight they have, the grit they have, the never say die. That is incredible. Incredible the run that they've been on.
You know, the guy behind you right here, Karl Anthony Towns, has said you have instilled a family atmosphere. How did you do that?
Just by caring about each other. Just by caring about each other and making sure that we all look out for one another, have each other's back, sacrifice, and do it for the better good.
Well done. Congratulations on a championship. Can I get the captain up here? Jalen?
Deserve this, man. You deserve this.
Hey. Soak it in.
For sure.
You know how many Knicks have scored 40 in a finals game? One. We're looking at him.
I was going to guess Rick Brunson, but probably not.
Hey, look, where does this knack for the comeback come from? What is it about this unit that allows you to do that time and time again?
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the game for us starts 30 minutes later than it's supposed to. We didn't show up at 8:30. We showed up at 9 o'clock.
Can you express this with half of the city of New York here?
No.
I have a feeling I'm going to be talking to you again in just a second because it's, where's the commissioner again? Are you here, Adam? The MVP, the Bill Russell Finals MVP trophy.
I wonder who it is.
The 2026 NBA Finals MVP is the captain, Jalen Brunson.
All right. Could I get your dad up here with you for this portion of the broadcast, please? Rick, how you doing? Congrats. For anybody who's a fan of father-son moments, doesn't get much better than this.
This is crazy. Couldn't imagine this, but we're excited as a family, as a team. It's just great, man. I have no words. I'm just so excited.
You grew up watching this guy. You learned a lot about the game from this man. What does it feel like to stand next to him holding that trophy and the Knicks having this trophy, Jalen?
It's everything we dreamed of. It's why I came to New York.
You know what? I congratulate you, man. It's awesome to see. And Dad, happy for you too, as well. Mike Brown, can we get the head coach up here? Hey, Mike, you've been here before. You've been to the finals before. It was many years ago. But I'm thinking you prefer this outcome a little bit more.
Hey, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who? We got some dogs on this team, baby. New York City is full of dogs, and we came to get it. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
in the most uncomfortable position of all time. Hey, look, there have been 359 coaches in the history of the NBA. 38 of them know what it feels like to win a championship. You're number 39, so tell me how it does feel.
Man, it's amazing. It's surreal. I still can't believe it's happened. I'd like to thank Mr. Dolan, Leon Rose, my entire staff, man. My entire staff was phenomenal. All the players. Just as importantly, I'd like to thank all the fans in New York because you guys are freaking great, man. You make this thing so real. You're unbelievable.
Mike, thank you. Congratulations to you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I would love OG Anunoby to step forward if you would. Look, you know. I'll wait. In 2019, you won a ring with the Toronto Raptors. You did not play in that series because of the appendicitis. And now you play such a huge role, and nobody in this joint will forget what happened in Game 4. How special is it to be a big part of a championship team?
It's very special, you know. It's what we've been working for the whole season. This is our dream, you know. It was our goal, and we did it.
Congratulations to you. I would love to get... Hey, Josh, can you come up? Josh and Mikal. Josh and Mikal Bridges together, please. Oh, okay, here we go. Look, can you tell me, can you put into words, look, you guys teamed up, these Nova Knicks, for a national championship. When you combine for an NBA championship now, how does that feel?
Man, that's an amazing feeling, man. First and foremost, glory to God, man. He's why we're here. He's why we played. But, man, it's an amazing feeling. Hey, man, forget them picks. Forget them picks, dog. We here. We here. We here.
Mikal, same thing to you. That is such a special relationship the three of you guys have. And to finally achieve that and win that championship, put it into words for me.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I call these two my brothers ever since, you know, I've been with them, you know, at Villanova. But it's great to call all these other guys my brothers too, man. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So I'm proud of everybody. Just very grateful.
And lastly, we will talk to another starter for the New York Knicks. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Come on up here, Cat. Carl, I know that, look, you have there's been divine inspiration in the course of this playoff run for you. Can you put that into words for me?
You know, you work your whole life for this moment. Throughout my career, I've seen myself fall down. People telling me to stay down, and I got back up. Even when I was in the mud, and I kept putting my left foot in front of my right foot. I kept trusting God. I kept trusting my faith. I kept trusting the work. And you know, at the end of the day,
he should say, I kept trusting Jalen Brunson.
It is written. This was written for New York, and we went and got it done today. And it's because of all the brothers here, because of the fans. It's because of all y'all, and I appreciate everyone, but y'all heard my story, y'all know my story, and I just want to say, thank you, Mama, I appreciate you getting me one.
Hey, congratulations, I'm happy for you, man. Folks, you can let them hear it again. These are your 2026 NBA champions, the New York Knicks.
What a night as the Let's Go Knicks chants continue, and they will continue deep into the night here in San Antonio, Texas, where the Knicks are at long last champions of the NBA. The trophy presentation, the Larry O'Brien trophy, the Bill Russell MVP trophy, that portion of the evening is over, but this celebration this evening is going to last a long time into the night as the Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions. We have plenty more coming up from San Antonio on a special night, on an historic night, on the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout. Welcome back to the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. And Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. And Knicks fans who will be partying through the night, we've got you covered throughout the night. After the postgame show wraps up, Dan Grass is going to take you until 2 a.m. And then after that, Jake Asman from 2 a.m. until 6 a.m. All for you here on ESPN New York throughout the night to talk about this historic team, this historic run, and this historic championship game as the Knicks win Game 5 of the NBA Finals 94-90, and they take the series 4-1. Let's get to your highlights before we get back for some more post-game reaction. As we mentioned earlier, the Knicks found themselves behind after every quarter except the final quarter. The first quarter, San Antonio came out with such a strong defensive presence, held the Knicks to 13 points after the first 12 minutes. Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby accounted for all 13 of the Knicks' points in the first quarter as they trailed 23-13. They continued struggling offensively until about the 4-minute mark of the second, when a late surge from Brunson and Mikal Bridges, along with a three-point play from Josh Hart, pulled the Knicks to within 5 at halftime. The third quarter was a roller coaster. The Knicks fell behind by 15 points, but then by the end of the quarter, they battled back to get within 7 and stay within striking distance entering the final quarter, and that is, once again, where they made their move. Knicks were down 7 entering the fourth. The Spurs lead had been pushed to 10. Jalen Brunson was on the bench for the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, trying to get as much rest as he could. He had worked so hard all series. He had worked so hard all evening, trying to get as fresh as possible for the stretch run of this game. But before that, a huge three-pointer from Josh Hart.
Alvarado slipping inside, kicks it to the corner for Bridges, and Josh Hart will have to take a right wing three. He nailed it. Big answer from Josh Hart. It's right back to a 7-point game.
It was a 10-point game before that. Hart got them to within 7. When Brunson came back in, the Knicks were down 9. It was 80-71, and almost instantaneously, smelling blood in the water, the Knicks captain went to work.
Brunson hesitates, drives on the left side lane, and banks in a lefty layup. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Here come the New York Knicks. They're down by 6 with 7:14 to go in the fourth quarter.
A 6-point game, plenty of time left, and as has been the theme throughout the series, you could tell that the Spurs had a sense of, whoops, here they come again. And the Knicks certainly did continue to come.
It is crunch time again for the 5th time in 5 games in the finals. Brunson down the lane, lefty layup, ties the game. It's the first 40-point night in the finals in Knicks franchise history. 83-83. From 16 down, they've knotted it up.
And it was all Jalen Brunson, just an incredible run. He hit 2 free throws to make it 83-75. Then he scored to make it 83-77, scored again inside to make it 83-79, and then a couple more free throws to make it 83-81, and then that layup to tie the score at 83 with 4:48 to go. On the other end, though, Devin Vassell answered with a 17-foot pull-up jumper, so the Knicks still had not taken the lead, but with 3.5 minutes to play, for the 3rd time in this game, Brunson got the defender to leave his feet while attempting a three-pointer and went to the line for 3 shots. He knocked down all 3 of them, and the Knicks finally had their first lead of the second half, 86-85, with 3:40 to go in the game. On the other end, the Knicks kept coming up with stops. They really had a chance to put the game away. Their offense slowed down as well as this game ground to a halt as the defenses picked things up. OG Anunoby had a drive to the basket looking to give the Knicks some breathing room.
Every shot the rest of the way could save the season for San Antonio or win the championship for New York. Brunson foul line floater. He got it! Speeding to the middle of the paint. He drained it with 66 seconds to go, and the Knicks lead by 2.
90-88. Brunson with that final field goal to give the Knicks a 2-point lead entering the final minute of the game. The final minute a bit anticlimactic as the Spurs continue to foul the Knicks, trying to elongate the game. Knicks obliged by missing 4 free throws over the last minute plus, but in the end, they had built up too big of a cushion, and that brings us to the timeless moment of the game. Let's call it the timeless moment of the season, brought to you by London Jewelers.
3 dribbles, 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
A moment that will live forever in New York City for Knicks fans there and far beyond. That was the timeless moment of the game, brought to you by London Jewelers. Every unforgettable moment deserves to shine. London Jewelers, proudly celebrating 100 years of excellence and timeless craftsmanship. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
This is the Knicks post-game show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. Plenty more to come from San Antonio as the celebration continues. The Knicks are the 2026 champions of the NBA. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Pat O'Keefe back with you on the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. The celebration continues. The Larry O'Brien Trophy being passed around. I'm looking down on the court. Our very own Monica McNutt is taking photos of Knicks assistant coaches with their families holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Actually, at the moment, Monica is on the podium herself holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And now she's posing for pictures with, I can't tell who's in front of her, but what a scene it is down there on the floor. That may be Ariel Huckporty taking a selfie with the Larry O'Brien Trophy and Monica McNutt. Either way, it's coming back to New York as the Knicks are NBA champions. 94-90 is the final score. And of course, we always have so many people to thank at the end of each and every season. We've never had an end of the season quite like this one that ends with the Knicks as the last team standing. We'll start with, of course, our Knicks play-by-play team led by Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt, Wally Zerbiak, Alan Hahn, Tykira Carter, Steve Novak, Dan Grassa, our terrific statisticians Tyler Freed, Doug Mittler, of course, our executive producer for every New York Knicks radio broadcast and every New York Rangers radio broadcast, Ray Santiago, and the members of the Knicks PR team, led by Derek Lipinski, Mallory Quitter, Brittany Idowu, Kadir Morgan, and Joshua Delarme. Plenty more thank yous at the end of this terrific season still to come throughout the postgame show. We'll continue to go through this team. We'll continue to go through this clinching game here in San Antonio. And we'll do that by getting to the thriving player brought to you by ThriveWell Infusion. And of course it is the NBA Finals most valuable player, Jalen Brunson, who in the first half when the Knicks were struggling offensively, Jalen Brunson was carrying the Knicks offense for large portions of the first half. He had 16 points at the break, but that was nothing compared to what he did in the second half when he had 29 of his game-high 45 points. Jalen Brunson becoming the first Knicks player to ever score 40 points in an NBA Finals game. When Jalen Brunson signed as a free agent in 2022, it was thought to be a significant upgrade at point guard for the Knicks. It was also thought to be something of an overpay for a player who, at his size, had never led a team to an NBA championship as the leading man. That is no longer the case. He has been questioned for 4 years in New York whether or not he was good enough, big enough, tall enough, athletic enough to lead a team to an NBA championship, and he just answered every single doubter with this masterpiece tonight. 45 points in 41 minutes. And for the final time this season, Jalen Brunson was your thriving player. Brought to you by ThriveWell Infusion, New York's premier infusion and injection center. Saving lives drip by drip. We'll continue with some more thank yous of all those who put in so much hard work for our Knicks radio broadcasts this season. The MSG Network's operations team led by Kevin Meininger, Ryan Watson, Larry Torres, Sean Ferguson, Joanne Esposito, Jillian Lewandowski, Daniel Williams, and Justin Joseph, along with Brandon Trena and Henry Chen. The Knicks are NBA champions. The court is still about 2/3 full. No one is leaving the playing area. This is a celebration unlike any that I have seen up close in all of my time as a New York sports fan and a member of the New York media. Our ESPN New York productions team, led by our program director John Winthrop, Mike Brownshire, Anthony Pusick, Jacob Perry, who is working the broadcast tonight, Tom Bauer and Harvey Cruz, who works so many of these late-night broadcasts, Joe Leo, who is working the broadcast tonight, Julian Kushnick, Ray Dinahan, Craig Karmazin, Steve Politanier, and Emily Dillinger, and the members of the Magic Radio production crew, led by Chris Majkowski, Gary Jeffries, Matt Shortis, Paul Schrager, Mike Caragliano, Dan Ginsberg, and Ed Stokes. So many thank yous to go around for just a wonderful season and all of the hard work that is put in to put these broadcasts on the air each and every night. And what a ride this particular season has been. Who would have thought at the beginning of the year, when the Knicks were the first team to gather for preseason training camp because they had the preseason games in Abu Dhabi, that the season would end up like this. This is the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. We'll be back to wrap things up from San Antonio, but don't forget, after we finish our postgame coverage, Dan Grassa takes over, and he's with you until 2 a.m. right here on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app. And then from 2 to 6 a.m., you get Jake Asman. They're going to talk about it from every single conceivable angle. Why not? Because this is the biggest New York sports story that we have seen in I don't know how long. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Fuck with it, bro.
Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe on your way out. Hey, I'll be doing something. It won't be basketball. You know we got to talk about this, though. Till next time, appreciate it.
Twist up quick fast, down on my dick, lock fucked up, steady make a move, still a nigga just stop. Nowhere to run, place to hide. They say it gets better, they know it's a lie. Life in a bitch really ain't no surprise. Really ain't no surprise. If it wasn't for the band, probably had no luck. Red ting when you see me on the scene, never go much. Rather roll up, post up. Gorilla glue the pack, got a nigga so stuck. Plug so punch. Gotta go anywhere, throw darts. High above reality, I never flow far. Friend of foe, the evils playing both parts. Got an ice cold heart, spotlight so dark. Lord, please protect me from the lame shit. Rather stay on my own, never lane switch. Overthinking a lot, feel like my brain split. 28 black years, learn what pain is. I'm a stoner each and every time my last day. Mad dash, red race, too fast pace. Gotta screw the clean slate, had the backspace. Get lit, then it's back to the cash chase. Too crazy.
Potoi, last song. Have a good night. Be safe. New York Knicks fans, congratulations to you. I'm all the way in Dallas. Jalen fucking Brunson. Big Bucket Brunson. Congratulations.
International hostage with a hot clip. See if they can stop this. Aliens that's watching us from cockpits. Soon to release the virus that be toxic. 666, more deadly than your classic Marv flick. Pushing for us toward production, keeping crumb from introduction. Now what's my function? Push it together like conjunctions. These motherfucking politicians don't want it bumping, but we dropping jewels. Styles identical to killing tools. You'll be left to die on this earth if you're not willing to accept the truth. Black Eagle team to provide the proof. In the last days, busting shots from the project roof. And now you stand accused from the black man that's been abused. A nigga bomb with a short fuse. I represent that dirty blue 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle weed and other niggas slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? We represent that dirty. You don't wanna battle me, nigga. I brought that Southern Brigade. It's gonna take a whole cavalry of niggas to try to stop the onslaught. Perform hot in southern spots. Keep that gold 7-shot cock. Now you chopping across the parking lot and kicking rocks. Coming out your shoes, stuffing your socks. The dreadlocks got your verbal vehicle on lock. When shit pops, I can count on my Storks Road. Niggas, they don't stop. Now tell me what's your ambition? Incarcerated like my nigga Clinton. Loose Derrick to San Quentin. And can I mention South Dallas, the North Denton. Snatching mics and slapping niggas, got these hoes flinching. This here's big pimpin'. Step in the club, right leg limping. Head to the bar, I'm about to start tripping. Or hit the stage and my might start flipping. This Black Eagle team, third coast, third dimension. We on the scent, I represent that dirty. Blue 12 to I-30. To me, the future's clear, but other nigga vision's blurry. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worth it. They ain't worth it. Represent that dirty. Blue 12 to I-30. Some niggas hustle, need another nigga slanging birdies. But on the microphone, these motherfuckers ain't worthy. They ain't worthy. What? They represent that dirty. For my South niggas. All my Dallas, Texas niggas. All my Houston, Texas niggas.